wondering if you're heartless, 'cause you don't let me see the lights, that you don't really want me, you just wanna call me, but only on the lonely nights. You give me just enough that I don't give up. You give me just enough to keep me begging for your love. Locked away, you save me for a rainy day. Locked away, till you need me I stay. Locked away, and you don't care, it hurts to wait. Locked away, locked away, locked away, locked away, locked away. I cannot escape this, even though you make it. You make it seem like I'm still free. But baby, just admit it, you were fucking missing. 'Cause you like the hold you have on me. So you give me just enough that I don't give up. You give me just enough to keep me begging for your love. Locked away, you save me for a rainy day. Locked away, till you need me I stay. Locked away, and you don't care, it hurts to wait. Locked away, locked away, locked away, locked away. Locked away.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. We are here for week 2 of Blue Water League, the Platinum League. This is myself, Yanni. I am joined by Goferino. Goferino, we got 2 teams because we're, obviously that's how you play a game of League of Legends. Squad Susano, the Sensei squad, versus CB Tsundere, who had a bye week last week. So we haven't seen anything out of them yet. And they're rolling through the draft already. That was very fast. We see a lot of bands
B1
coming
Karma,
out.
let's go.
Yo, they went with Karma B1. Okay, that's pretty
You almost never
bold.
see this. I mean, this is a plat league. You tend to see a lot more comfort picks. It's not like LCS where it's like, oh my god, we have to do meta. It's like,
Right.
this is what I kind of like. It works for the team. It's like, sure. So we see the Karma.
Pick
Pretty strong
that you're
flex,
seeing.
pretty strong flex.
A pick that you're seeing gain some more popularity is that Vi. As you can see, CB Tsundere has locked that one in. Let's take stock of what has been banned so far. We got rid of Shen, Zillion, and Sivir for the Sensei squad, and then Tsundere got rid of Zeri, Ari, and Wukong. Typically, you see the Vi come out against Zeri compositions to kind of fill that Nautilus role, but they banned it and then elected to take the Vi, following it with a Seraphine.
Because, I mean, the Vi still has pretty decent clear speeds and brings some nice qualities as a jungler. Like, the fact that you have a point-and-click ultimate to lock someone down followed up by the easy-peasy Vault Breaker, it's a great way to just keep someone locked down. Like, back when Vi was in her prime, if you remember back in the, like, Season 3 to 5 days, basically what happened is assassins which were much more rampant, you use the button on them, they can't move while your assassin blows them up. That makes life a lot easier. You can't use the button on Olaf, though, so technically a bit of a counter in that aspect, I guess.
Yeah, there's a bunch of counters coming out here back and forth because Mike Lacey, who is on CB Tsundere, they are a Vi Wukong 2-trick. On the other side, Orphic in the top lane is a Wukong 1-trick. So they elected to ban out the Wukong because they knew they couldn't take it first. That's why they took the Vi. The Olaf is a very good response to that, as you touched on. They're also going to go with the Vex, a champion that has seen a lot less play recently due to diving being a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, that and Vex's damage after the durability update, it was already, like, not the best damage. It was, like, good enough damage, usually, to burst out the backline. You have that pseudo reset. But after the durability update, not as much. You do still bring that strong dive. You do still bring that strong AoE CC. Problem is, you are going against the Victor, who will outscale you and be able to match you in the wave clear. So you're going to be looking to play the Roman game here, Yanni.
Yeah, look at the wave clear that is on CB Tsundere with the Seraphine as well. Even if that Seraphine happens to go as a support rather than a AP carry out of the bot lane, that wave clear cannot be understated. So I like what both teams have kind of put together here. See what happens in the second half of bans, with Jinx being the first to fall off the board. They're clearly targeting the 80 carries.
Yep, taking that off. So no Sivir, no Jinx, no Zeri. The Jinx is kind of surprising because I know a lot of teams that I've been talking to are like, yeah, the Jinx has just kind of fallen off. Like, the nerfs have kind of hit her way too hard because she got hit by so many nerfs with how popular she was earlier this season. Still a strong comfort pick for a lot of 80 carries, just with how much they've had to play said champion. So taking that off the board, limiting some comfort, always welcome here. Well, always a good move. Not exactly welcome if it's your comfort being taken, but
absolutely not. You know, and like you mentioned, a lot of teams do fall back to that Jinx. It kind of feels like she's become that staple AD carry that every bot laner kind of has in their back pocket ready to use. We see the Senna gets banned away, the Sensei squad. Wise decision there. Seraphine Senna has become one of the most powerful bot lane combinations kind of out of nowhere.
Turns out just having all those heals and shields and utility is rather obnoxious to deal with, and especially since it's looking like a Karma bot lane here from Sensei squad, it's not like you're really going to have the best tools to, like, outpoke them, because even if you land a Mantra Q, I mean, it's just one heal away from being bada bing, bada boom on away. You get my drift.
Yeah, but it's a great counter.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how Sensei squad rounds out their composition, because with Vex, Olaf, Karma, this is really strong when it comes to mid-game. They're all champions when you have, like, 1 or 2 items, 1 or 2 abilities max. They're really, really potent. But they tend to just kind of fall off as the game goes on. So are they going to go in harder on that identity here, Yanni, or are they just going to mix and match, add a little scaling here as a bit of backup?
Well, regardless of what they do need to be careful of this bot lane now with Misfortune being locked in. So if you were bothered before by Seraphine Qs, you're going to be bothered with the Make It Rain on top of it. A great poke lane that you see at really every level of play. This is an impressive draft out of CB Tsundere. Very close to having a nice rounded composition. Sensei squad, it feels like they're missing something so far.
Ooh, now that is definitely honing in on the mid game here. A lot, because the Jhin, while it does have some scaling aspects, kind of a bit more of a utility caster carry, just due to the fact you only really got 4 bullets, 4 auto attacks before you gotta reload in a team fight. That really hampers any DPS output. So Sensei Squad, they're definitely not going to be in it for the long game this time around. They're looking for very quick fights. The question is, like, they really want... Okay, they pick the Aatrox here for some consistent damage, because the biggest issue I have with Sensei Squad's composition here is that they have a lot of tools to, like, kind of chunk you down, but they don't have, like, the full-on assassin sort of burst here, Yanni. It's Jin, Vex, two champions that will definitely chunk you down, do a hefty, funky, chunky monkey number to you, but won't exactly take it all the way home usually without some help.
Yeah, another issue they have, as you mentioned, they need that little bit of help. When you take a look, they have ways of getting in with Vex, and sure, Olaf can run at people, but other than that, I mean, they're, you know, that Olaf is going to have a hard time getting to people, but once he is, he's going to have a lot of sticking power. Seraphine, Victor, and Misfortune are not champions that are exactly known for their kiting prowess. Now, the Jin pick was quite interesting, as they picked Jin into a Vi, which, as an AD carry player, feels really bad, but if the Vi is getting on top of you, then that means nobody is left back to defend the Seraphine, Victor, Misfortune from the likes of this Olaf, and if the Aatrox manages to get the flank off him too.
Because that, and also, I mean, CD Tsundere, they have some pretty decent scaling with the Seraphine Victor combo, but they also just have that strong AoE wombo combo just due to the fact that you have a Misfortune and you have some pretty decent AoE CC to keep people locked in, whether it's the, not the burp, whether it's the Seraphine Ultimate, whether it's the Victor Gravity Field. Great tools for keeping people in place to eat full bullet time. So, both these teams definitely not exactly in it for the longest sorts of team fights here. So I'm expecting some quick fights.
Yeah. This early game seems like it could be a pretty interesting one when you take a look at the mid-jungle duos here. Vi, Victor versus Olaf and Vex. I have to give the edge to Olaf Vex here. It's like Vi can scrap, certainly, but doesn't fight nearly as well as Olaf in the early game. And I think Vex is just flat out stronger than Victor early on. Obviously, as the game goes on, Victor gets quite a bit stronger. So it could be Sensei Squad getting a lot of early control, but it really is also going to come down to the Renekton Aatrox matchup as the fight goes, you know, near the top side. You fight for top crab. All of a sudden, we're talking more than just mid-jungle. We're talking the entire top side of the map. We could see a lot of fireworks going on up there. As, you know, Rindo Kobayashi getting that Renekton. They are a Renekton main. They have a lot of reps on a lot of other champions, but, you know, when somebody gets their main champion, that's two main champions that have gone over to CB Tsundere. You know, it's time for them to show their prowess.
Yeah, because that's a big thing where if you're getting your mains like this, you definitely got to show why they're your main. Like, you can't just not show up, you know? I don't know how else to put it, like, but if you get your patented champion and you just kind of flop, that's a bad sign, bestie.
Yeah. And CB Tsundere, think about it, they're at a bit of a disadvantage because they had the bye in week 1, right? So Sensei Squad has already had one extra series of getting together, trying to, you know, mesh and gel as a team. They went 0-1, and, you know, when I looked at their team as a whole, the players that they have, it feels like, you know, they might have had like some first game jitters, and they're probably looking to get that out of their system. So CB Tsundere, they need to be ready. You know, you never want to go in, play your first game after having a bye week and then losing 2 weeks in without a win. Feels kind of bad.
Because another potent thing about the bye week here in the first week is that teams don't get to scout what you want to do in fives. Like,
true.
Because there's a huge difference between what you do in solo queue and usually what you do in fives. Like, yes, there will be a lot of crossover, like, hey, this is my comfort champion, this is my main champion, I'll be locking it in here. Okay, you ban that, I'll go to my secondary, yada yada yada, but you don't exactly know, like, how these teams will play. You don't know, like, who might be their shot caller, you don't know who they might be playing through. Yes, there has only been one series, but one series is still a lot of information that you can use to garner on the enemy team, so it does give CB Tsundere here, Yanni, a bit of air of mystique.
Yeah, and they definitely have scouted Squad Susanoo because, you know, they clearly went after some priority top laners with the Ornn getting banned away and the Shen getting, I'm sorry, not with the Wukong getting banned away on the other side, my apologies. Orphic, you know, he looked like the lone the lone shining star really for the Sensei squad, because they had a bit of a rough week one, and in game one he had 8 kills on Darius, was unable to convert it into a victory, but the rest of the team did kind of look flat. So wonder if Tsundere smells blood in the water here as they look to take their first series of the season.
Because this would be either of these squads' first wins
Mhm.
in
Important
the
to
Blue
get.
Water Platinum League this season. Of course, I mean, it is literally only the second week of the season, so you still got quite a bit of time to go. But starting off 0-2 if you are the Sensei squad is definitely going to be a bit of a blow to the team morale, because you want to get things pieced together quicker rather than later, as there are only so many games that you can lose before you miss out on potential playoffs contention.
Yeah, there's an old saying in baseball that you won't you won't win the World Series in the first week of the season, but you can certainly lose it by not even being able to qualify. So it is incredibly important that these teams go and get their wins early on, get themselves on the right track. Speaking of being on the right track, we're on the right track to be able to give you the action for game one. We are in the spectator delay. Do not despair. When we return, Yanni and Goferino bring you all the action of game one between the Sensei squad and CB Tsundere.
Top Tart.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to Summoner's Rift for game 1 of this 3-game series between the Sensei squad and CB Tsundere. Let me tell you something, Gofrino. I am quite excited. As we mentioned, we got a couple of main champions being played by these summoners. The Renekton and the Vi getting their picks of choice.
You just gotta keep it moving along. Oh, Lord.
You alright over there?
Oh.
Oh, he's got
Yeah.
Orphic's got the stupid, sexy Aatrox skin. Has that? That's the Prestige Edition Blood Moon Aatrox. My buddy plays that a lot. It's
I
a
found
beautiful
it weird
skin.
because it's like, because for the Blood Moon event, they're like, yes, this is the Assassin's game. I was like, okay, here's Blood Moon, Sivir, and Aatrox. Like, wait, what?
I mean, at that point in time, Sivir built lethality, and
No, this was before that.
No. Sivir was
This
built
was the
lethality
season
for
8.
a long time. I'm
That's
pretty sure
cap.
Sivir built lethality back then. I mean, I could be wrong, but like, she was
Season
also
8,
largely
she was
largely irrelevant that season anyway.
Yeah, that was.
I'm happy she's back, but I'm not happy because she's banned.
Yeah, her number's definitely a little high.
Yeah, regardless,
They're getting fixed.
let's talk about champions that are in this game. We see a couple of jungle starts here, a little bit of help for the Vi down on the bottom side of the map. Meanwhile, Olaf starting up on the top side solo. Gonna get lower on HP and get some more attack speed, clear a little bit faster, the Olaf way.
Yeah, that's the classic Olaf clear strat of just balancing, like, how close to death am I?
Yeah, as long as you're not dead, I think you're happy with what's transpiring. Sunflower really wanted to get off that 4th shot, taking a little bit of poke back for it.
Olaf gains up to, currently it's 62% attack speed.
That's a lot of attack speed.
It is based on level. But yeah, 62% attack speed, that's like 2 Zeal items.
That's a lot of attack speed, especially at like level 3. That's pretty ridiculous. See plenty of trading going back and forth from, every lane essentially, as things are starting to take shape here as we see Sunflower and Zippy pushed up quite a bit on the bottom side. Wave bouncing back, Vi not on that side. They had to have known that the leash was there, so fairly safe on the bottom side.
It is a little bit funny because the sides both junglers are on, their respective side lane is kind of pushed up. If you look at the bottom, Sensei squad bot lane, okay, now it's pushing towards them, so maybe Vulture pays a visit.
Yeah, Vulture's patient, although he is very low, so it could be problematic. Does have the smite available, so could always smite the Krugs and then make an appearance. We'll see what happens. Sweet Vi lying in wait in the mid lane, potentially trying to get a gank on, as the top laner is just kind of going back and forth, and slight CS lead for Rindo Kobayashi, but could always change. Oh,
Yoink's back in with the Infernal Chains. That's always so funny.
Close. It is. I want to see some fighting. Like, I mean, we're already seeing fighting, but like, I want to see some kills.
Just not killing fighting.
Yeah.
We want to see some bodies hit the floor.
Absolutely, and I don't think we'll be seeing any bodies hit the floor anytime soon. It was a good ward by the Aatrox. Looks like Vi could be in a position to make a dive here. They definitely want to go in on this wave. It's not that many minions left as Vi charging up, heading away from the turret as Aatrox, but Aatrox with a flash will fall. First blood going over to Mike Lacey, and a well-executed dive by the side of CB Tsundere.
You also get the flash out of Orphic. They're going to teleport here. You don't really have the health bars to threaten a double dive here, but if Orphic makes the classic top laner mistake of pushing this wave out, and we see like Rindo and Mike Lazy just kind of sitting around very cheekily, we might see an 0-2.
We saw a couple of moments ago. We did mention that Olaf could be on the bottom side. Tree Palm, wise warding timing, will spot out the opposing jungler and dissuade any potential gank as Vi heads to the bottom side that has been completely cleared, save for the wolves.
I like that deep ward too that Vulture placed. Not opting for the early sweeper like most junglers do. Keeping a whole ass warding trinket for the first clear. They do have the sweeper now though, so they'll be able to suss out any vision.
We see a lot of pings going down onto this dragon. It looks like it's been started up by the side of CB Tsundere. Vi here realizes that Olaf probably on a back after that failed gank attempt bottom lane, but Lava Lizard with priority and will force off CB Tsundere.
CB not losing too much from that. They start up the dragon, lose a little bit of health, but they're all fine and dandy. It's more so the time they committed for that whole dealio. And Lava Lizard having that prio in the mid lane, like you said, really helping with contesting that dragon and making sure no early extra free scaling with that dragon. I was about to say Infernal Dragon, but then I remembered it's the Hextech Dragon because we don't see the icon in the top left corner, and our producer, Pop Tart Deluxe of Twitter fame, mentioned that it is still not fixed in Spectate.
Yeah, the most famous Pop-Tart you'll ever know. At first,
on Twitter.com.
yeah, just barely beating out Brown Cinnamon Sugar Pop-Tarts. So we see Rindo has hit level 6 first, but Orphic not too far behind. The CS gap was pretty wide. It's getting closed up a little bit, but Rindo has potential to really break this game wide open if they're able to get a kill. They don't have the Ignite, though, so it's going to be hard.
Yeah, much more classic teleport here. Some top players, they do opt for that Ignite, especially in these sorts of games where you want that much more bloody action. But pushing on up, look for the flash bop.
Oh, yep, Lava Lizard got baited. Mike Lacey holding the flash wisely. Lava Lizard flashes away, ends up falling for it. Another successful gank out of Vi.
Really great here, Mike Lacey. 2 for 3 on ganks so far. If we want to count waiting in that top rush.
Yeah. Why not? We'll count that.
Yeah, we'll count it. But either way, 1-0-1, 2-0 lead for their team. They've participated in all the kills.
Ooh, that was interesting. That was very,
A little
very close.
sussy.
Yeah, just a little bit. That's pretty wild. I mean, this Renekton's feeling good though, very early on. Oh, we might see another successful gank. A good flash. However, the Assault and Battery coming down onto Zippy, forcing the flash out of that Karma. All of the summoners on the side of the Sensei squad in the bottom lane have been burnt. Huge advantage there for Tsundere.
So fun fact, Vi Ultimate is now called Cease and Desist.
Oh, yes.
They're
yes.
just looking for the double doozy.
It is. And
Yeah.
they're going to come right back in. Zippy stepping up way too far without summoners. There's another kill going over to the Vi, who is getting really strong.
That can be really huge for any early objective fights here. Because if we take a peek at the gold, sitting on 1,400 in the bank. That's not enough to finish their mythic, but it's pretty damn close. And it's looking like that Mike Lazy just going to be soloing out the dragon here. No one can really contest this Vi. Yes, you can raise some concerns here for CB Tsundere about maybe you want to spread a little bit more love. Maybe had Shifty's MF got that kill, but here's a dive in the top lane.
And they're looking for that 3-man dive. Ultimate burned by that Renekton, trying to keep themselves alive. They're going to heal up quite a bit. We've got a teleport by Fonzo. It's a good gravity well. Look at the flash forward from Fonzo, realizing that turret was going to deal a heck of a lot of damage. They're able to pick up their second kill of the game.
Yep, and that's a 2-0 Victor. That's a big deal because Victor does get 25 passive Skittles, whatever they're called, the Hex Core, Hex Tech.
The
The
thing.
juicy jibbies, and they need 100 for an upgrade.
Can we not call them that?
And that's 50 of these juicy jibbies here.
No,
Just for those 2
please.
kills alone. So that's gonna be
Please stop. Uh-oh. Mike Lacey here onto Zippy. Zippy is going to get the tether, but no, the cease and desist. They go unstoppable. And Fonzo there to pick up another kill. 3 on this Victor, and out of nowhere, this Victor's become massive.
Yep. Right after I kind of made a point of maybe
More
you don't want
giblets.
too many kills on the Vi. Not too bad to have these early on.
Lava Lizard might die here. Lava Lizard is going to die. Fonzo is playing out of their mind right now. 4 kills before 10 minutes.
And that's just a free upgrade with those kills. I mean, that's just going to bring the scaling factor in much earlier here for this Victor. When you're able to get the upgrade, we already see the double laser coming on out. Typical first upgrade here for most Victors because it just gives you that great poke and wave clear tool.
Yeah, and now Vex is not going to have any way to really get the push on. You saw it earlier. They were landing poke and able to get their advantage that way, but now 2 levels down and also being out-pushed by the Victor, it's going to be problematic.
That is extremely problematic, especially when to worry about Dragon here. In a while, okay, but Herald's up.
Yeah, it looks like we
And
see a lot of pings coming out for it.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a 10.5-minute Leandres here for Fonzo and Mike Lazy.
Ooh.
Already with the Divine Sundays here, so
Yeah, that's a huge advantage. 2 mythics to none this early in the game. It does look like the Sensei squad
have
is
to
going
finish
to
it
start
quick
this
here.
up, but yeah, wait, Mike Lacey is here.
55th
So
game.
is Fonzo. Who's going to secure it? I can't see who got it. We see a couple of kills going down here. Orphic
Sensei's
very
got it.
low. Fonzo has another kill. And yes, it was secured by the Sensei squad, but at what cost?
there's
It
the
looks like they're going to lose
encore.
Lava Lizard as well. The fear is there, but Lava Lizard has nowhere to go. The flash forward by the Vi, securing the kill. It looks like they might get one in the bot lane as well. Misfortune dropping
get
the
one in
ultimate,
return.
able to get one onto Zippy,
And
but
a
this
one.
shot is
And
going
a
to
two.
come through. I think he might have curved the bullet on that one, but give it over to Sunflower anyway.
God, I remember those movie trailers.
The Kill Bill ones.
Like, yeah, no, it wasn't Kill Bill.
Wait, it
was
wasn't?
literally a movie where in the trailers they're like, "We're elite assassins. We can curve the bullet," and you just see like one of the
Oh,
stars that was
I
training
think
like
that
the
was-
quote unquote new guy. They like whip their gun like from their waist in front of them. Like, I don't know how to describe
Wasn't
it. But
that a
like,
parody
apparently
movie?
that curved the bullet or something. It's like that's not how that works, dog. It isn't a bowling ball.
Man, I haven't gone bowling in a while. I probably should. Rift Herald looking to earn a strike on this top lane turret. We'll be able to claim a couple of plates for Orphic, but we
See, this
see
is
Mike
not a deal.
Lacey is here to at least harass the Aatrox, but unable to land the Q.
Zippy zipping on out. Didn't think I'd get to say that tonight, but the double zipperoo.
I mean, come on. Like, you knew at some point you were going to be able to say it, right?
No.
All
That was
right.
actually planned. But hey.
Well, take stock of the game state right now. 12 minutes in, things are not looking good for the Sensei
yeah.
squad. Valter could be in a little bit of trouble here, but I want to take a look at that mid lane. I mean, this is a large CS differential of around 40. You know, a couple of kills on top of it. I mean, this gold lead is 2,600 for the victor. That is just absolutely obscene this early on.
Yeah, when you have the Leandres and Sork Boots already completed for that extra magic pen, that extra ability haste, and just that extra huge power spike, and your enemy mid laner is sitting on the brown bags and the Lost Chapter, that's a big deal.
Oh,
That's a
look at
noticeable
the
difference.
damage. Valter is going to get hit up there. Does use the Ragnarok to ensure that they are not stunned and killed. Going after Zippy there. I like what Tree Palm tried. Unable to make it happen.
Zooming.
Although Make It Rain coming down will slow Zippy enough for Cease and Desist to be able to get in range. Zippy forcing to flash there, but will fall anyway. Bonzo with kill number 6. Another dragon in the sights of CB Tsundere.
Yeah, things are kind of spiraling out of control here in favor of CB Tsundere. I mean, once 11 kills, you're now up to dragons. Yes, we saw the Sensei squad be able to pick up that Herald, but they weren't able to pick up first turret with that. They're just able to get this turret level. And you don't really have anyone to be rallying behind right now as a big lead. So everyone on your team is just behind against their respective counterpart. And you're just behind on objectives too.
Hold on, Sunflower has a 2 CS lead and a kill. Which now, sure, Shifty has more assists, but you have to hang your hat on something.
Back. Okay.
Kobayashi getting dove here. Objective bounty claimed. It's the benefit of being this far behind, I suppose, if there is one. And in a fight in the bottom
Little
lane,
overkill.
Zippy trying to get a little bit of the heal, but walking out of range is Tree Palm. So Zippy going to fall 1-for-1 overall, but it's something for Squad Susanoo.
And the Sensei squad were able to secure first turret with that. They also got the objective bounty off the back of it. It is a pretty low objective bounty right now. It is only that 250 global gold, so 50 gold in everybody's pockets. But like,
It's
you'll
something.
take that because you also got the kill off the back of it and first turret. So, hey,
Yeah, it's something, you know. When you
Yeah,
have
something.
nothing, getting something is okay, you know. But there is still a long way to go. Not
Yeah.
completely over yet, but we talked about the scaling of CB Tsundere, and how much better it is compared to the Sensei squad. And, when you're down like this, it does make things hard.
Uh, yeah, that's usually how gold leads operate. It's very hard to fight back when you're in a gold deficit.
Well, it depends on your scaling, of course. If
Yeah,
you're
also
if you're
depends on
the team with the deficit, you got the scaling. There are ways to come back into the game. But if you're the team with the scaling and the lead, you're in the driver's seat. You're feeling real good. 6-0 Victor at 15 minutes is feeling on cloud 9 right now.
So I'm trying to figure out how many abilities that Fonzo has upgraded right now. I want to say they're at max upgrades. It's hard to tell. This is a kill.
Well, there's one
Yeah.
thing that's easy to tell, and that Lava Lizard has died for a 4th time.
Yeah.
And Volter has been unable to respond to any of these attempted ganks. It is the Vi and Victor show. We're watching Arcane unfold right before our very eyes.
Yeah, except Vi and Victor actually meet up. Because I think in Arcane they never actually meet. Victor's just kind of doing his own thing, makes the Hextech gates, is coughing a lot, and then accidentally kills a lab assistant that got like 2 seconds of character development. That's a kill. We'll see if Volter's able to turn this around, but it looks like
he's just too far
TB's
away.
bot lane. Yeah.
Volter just sadly too far away, and the Encore too much. And we really didn't talk about the Encore bullet time combo. I don't think it's really going to need to be used too much, but you can see it to great effect.
Yeah.
It's as strong as you'd imagine it.
Yeah, and CB gonna pick up the top turret there. They're gonna pick up the Herald here, further their gold lead. And Volter is standing on a ward here.
Oof.
So, like...
Oh, wait a
Okay,
minute.
they should be able to get
Hold
this.
on. Tree Palm might die. Getting very low. Will be able to fall. The Jhin, though, there's a teleport coming from behind, and they were stuck in their ultimate. Volter, the first to fall out of this fight. Although Sunflower trying to kite this one out. Teleport up top got canceled. And,
I wonder why.
yeah, Mike Lacey ended up being in a
Ricky's
little
been
bit of
shut
trouble
down.
for it. Oh, wait a minute. Is Mike... No, there's no way Mike
World Ender
Lacey's going to
moves
be able to
shut
escape. Yep, that move speed is enough. A big shutdown going over to Orphic. So a little bit of a breath of life there for Squad Susanoo, who still has a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I think Zippy might just die here, or Sunflower.
Yeah, Sunflower's...
Chaos Storm, yep, there's the Chaos Storm.
Oh, no,
Wonder
Sunflower
about that
lives. They're so low, and if Jhin had his ultimate, I mean, maybe you might see a kill there, but nothing doing. It was a wise teleport down from the Renekton. And CB Tsundere playing the team game very well.
Yep. I mean, they're still commanding a pretty decent lead here. It hasn't grown too much since Objective Bounty started, because it's about 4, maybe 4.5-ish K then. Now it's a little over 5K. They've grown their lead, which is what you want to do, but you do want to grow it a little bit more. They're probably going to be looking to do it around this next dragon, because it is going to put them on a decently early soul point here, Yanni. You have a 2-item Victor. Everybody else on your team sitting on about 1.5 items, unless their name is Tree Palm, because if you're support, you just don't get gold, even if you're 0, 1, and 6. But this should be a pretty easy peasy pickup here for CB. The question is whether or not the Sensei squad wants to opt in to contest this, because that is going to be an extremely hard deal.
Yeah, it feels like they can't. The Rift Herald just dropped in the mid lane. That could knock out the mid inner turret, which, you don't really want to lose that, and it does knock out the mid inner turret. But you also don't want to fight at this juncture, because if you lose the fight, that might mean the game. So it looks like the Sensei squad will opt into a soul fight, perhaps, because you have to contest the soul point, or not soul point, but the soul itself. So they give themselves a little bit more time to scale.
Yeah. Yeah, although it really stings if you're a Sensei squad fan is the fact that the Rift Herald was still able to get the charge off and finished off that mid lane inner, because it's like, you saw 2 members just wailing away on it. But that wasn't enough. Still able to get that charge on in, pop that turret on down, 4 to 15, gold lead. Grown just a little bit more, now about 5.5k. Not accounting for some extra invisible stats, though, of course, from that mountain dragon that was just picked up.
And things are looking not so good. It looks like things are just getting worse. I mean,
Yeah.
as the game goes on. I mean, one fight that CB Tsundere takes, as long as it's a winning fight, it looks like they'll be ready to break this game wide open. And they have the ability to, especially with their pick potential that we have seen on full display. Mike Lacey has done so much this game. And Fonzo has gotten even stronger now on 2 completed items. You finally see a full slate of mythics out for the Sensei squad, but I'm not sure if that's going to be enough to get them back in.
Yeah, because it sucks even more because Sensei Squad have this like really strong mid game comp. You have Aatrox, Olaf, Vex, Jin, Karma. All are really great mid game champions. Pick up a lead and just snowball it. But they're just so far down that like at best they're maybe kind of on even power levels, even ground to some of the champions here on the CB Tsundere side, but it just doesn't feel like that. And they don't really have the best tools for like bringing this back, I feel, because yeah, Aatrox and Olaf, 2 champions that just kind of have to run at you, but when they're behind like this, Yanni, they just don't have the stats. They don't have the lead to beat the pure meat. Well, Fonzo might be a little caught out.
Yeah, Fonzo could be in trouble. We know that Olaf can still run down the Victor. Fonzo getting very low. The Ignite is on, but the shielding is there. Fonzo is legendary. Tree Plum doing a good job of blocking the Jin ultimate. They're going to tank the Vex ultimate as well. And Shifty on the side is going to be able to find a kill, and Lava Lizard is going to die too. It's a double kill for Shifty, who's been quiet most of the game. And now Orphic is going to fall as well. Kobayashi getting that one. 4 for nothing, and they found their pick, but the damage was not there for the Sensei squad. Baron on the cards for CB Tsundere.
It was so close too. Like Fonzo fell so low. But you get the shield from the Seraphine, you get the heal from the Seraphine here. Tree Palm keeping their mid laner alive. Helps lead to this 4-0, because let's be honest, the rest of this Sensei squad comp just does not really have the damage right now, does not really have the wallop that they could be packing here to finish you off. You're now sitting on Baron buff, you're sitting on Soul Point. You'll still have this Baron buff up for when the Mountain Soul spawns in about a minute and a half here, and there's nothing really the enemy team can do to contest you because you're 9k gold ahead, you're ahead in every objective metric here. I hate to say it, but Sensei squad, they just really need to start looking to next game here.
Yeah, it's always a bad feeling, but maybe they can get themselves a little bit of a pick-me-up, some signs of life out of them. And really, it is the most deflating feeling. You saw the Victor, like we talked about, almost went down, then Tree Plum blocked for them.
Going for it.
Well, yeah, we're going to see a fight. Look at the damage that Fonzo puts out. They are really going after Fonzo, though. It's a shutdown for the Olaf, but they're going to trade their life for it. Lava Lizard going in, trying to burst out Tree Plum, but they tried that last fight, and it did not work. Shifty gonna get that kill. 3 for 1. Raid boss down, but the ads are strong enough to clean up the fight.
Yeah, and there's still 3 members here with Baron buffs, so... Or, sorry, 4 members. I forgot. There was one split pushing in bot lane the entire time, so...
Yup.
That was a 4 versus 5, and it was 1 for 3, like...
Yeah, I mean, Misfortune's full HP. Like, Shifty has gotten a lot of kills in these last few fights. Shifty is 6-1 and 6. Has out of nowhere become incredibly strong. So, sure, you took out the Victor, but the Misfortune's still around.
Yeah. There's a teleport too, for good measure, because we got Soul spawning here in a bit. Because this is a Misfortune with a lethality build. Very strong mid game. Can have a strong late game, it's just very dependent on how you use the bullet time, yada yada yada, but I don't think we're going to be hitting that late game point here. And you are against a Jin, it's not like you're getting outscaled. There's the Ragnarok, this should just be a bloodbath.
Yeah, Lava Lizard on the side, trying to do something, anything. Orphic teleports in the middle of 4 as the Olaf fell. On the backside, Sunflower getting hit up by the Vi.
No.
It's a double kill for Tree Palm, and Mike Lacey takes out the Sunflower. Lava Lizard is in the middle of 4 members of the enemy team. They're not even able to kill Tree Palm. Zippy, once again, the last one standing, Renekton busting down the middle inhibitor. There's no interest in this dragon. CB Tsundere looking to just end the game.
Yeah, I mean, that was another 4-0. Marching on down. although since it is 25 minutes and that fight was a little bit extended, the spawn timers are coming back in. So
I don't
there is a
know
very,
if CB
very slight
Tsundere is
chance here,
afraid.
but
Look at the double charm. Fonzo ripping through them
yeah.
like tissue paper. The Jin ultimate unable to do anything. And that is a decisive victory for CB Tsundere.
Really, really started snowballing out of control around that mid game when we saw Sensei Squad just kind of realize like we need to do something, but Sensei Squad was already a little too far behind at that point, and from there you pick up Baron and then just kind of steamroll the game with your 9K goal.
Surprisingly, Fonzo on Victor did not deal the most damage that game. That
Yeah.
actually went to Misfortune by about 1,000, but it's, it doesn't matter at that point. You're splitting
Yeah.
hairs. Tons of damage pumped out by the mid laner and the AD carry of CB Tsundere. A well-earned Game 1 victory. And I have to say, I was surprised. I think that Olaf Vex might be a little bit stronger than Vi Victor in the early game, as we mentioned before the game started. But execution-wise, I mean, Mike Lacey played a really, really good jungle game.
Yeah, and Mike Lazy just able to get a lot of early ganks. Said early ganks helped Fonzo just get solo kills in the mid lane, really. And it felt like CB, they had the know-all, the feel for the ground, feel for the land of the map early on. And that's why they're able to get those early crashes, ganks, that really helped them garner this lead that they could eventually snowball into this 25.5-minute victory here, Yanni.
Well, the good news for the Sensei Squad, that game is in the past and they can look toward the future. We are going to take a very short break, and when we return, we'll be in the draft for Game 2 between CB Tsundere and Susano Squad.
like an asteroid. Is anybody out there? I stepped outside into the void. Please hurry up, ignite a flare. Will you ever try to rescue me? I don't wanna see you go. Can you see the dark surrounding me? I wait here for you. Search for you. I will search for you. Let's get it!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are here for the draft for Game 2 between the Sensei squad and CB Tsundere. Go Farino. I mean, that was a statement game if I've ever seen one. You know, they didn't play in week 1 because the Blue Water League had to hide the sheer power and talent that this team has, apparently.
Yeah. Then and also there was some seeding done in automatic scheduling, so a little bit of bureaucracy thrown in. Either way, though, hopping right into this, couple of familiar faces on the board here. Once again, Yanni.
Except for one of them. That was a nice,
Yeah.
a good adaptation by the Sensei squad. Getting rid of that Victor, and CB Tsundere recognizing that Olaf is a problem will ban that one out.
Yeah, because you
Off the
mentioned the
Wukong.
last game where Tsundere's... They banned the Wukong because Sensei Squad's top laner did a Wukong one trick, but they'll be able to lock it in here first if they do so. Please.
Yeah.
Looks like that is the case, so...
Yeah, it's going to Mike Lassie.
Or in the jungle, even though the jungle fallen off a little bit here after some nerfs.
Mike Lassie's a Vi Wukong 2 trick. So if this went anywhere, I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. It could go
Yeah.
elsewhere. If this went anywhere else, I would be rather surprised. So it's a good first pick lock-in. As you said, has seen some nerfs, but I mean, this champion has been a staple in pro play for months now.
Yeah, after Riot just kind of needlessly just buffed the ever-living hell out of this champion, like, yeah, sure, your W can go over walls now. Yeah, sure, we'll just make your E just do an extra 60% of monsters. It's like, I can see nowhere with this going wrong. Next thing you know, Wukong Jungle is like a top-tier threat, and you have this superstar B1 flex pick that can either be top lane or jungle, where it's both S tier. It's like, wow, who would have thought?
And you could even pair it up. You could even pair it with Senna and put it bot lane. That's a spicy
Yeah.
academy and amateur strap, but it's something that has been seen. But well, you know,
Yeah.
we don't see that yet. Sensei squad, they go with Trundle and Seraphine. So I like Trundle here. Trundle's ultimate works pretty well against Wukong. It's gonna be up to Wukong to be able to make sure that the ultimate, the subjugate, goes on the clone.
Mm-hmm. Just because Wukong gets a bunch of free armor from the passive. but you kind of take away a lot of that armor because you use the subjugate, and you're like, thanks for the stats, bruh.
Yeah.
Wukong's just like, thanks, bruh. But so they're gonna be locked in here as well for CB Tsundere, so definitely a strong mid-game duo so far. You got the roaming power of the Talia, you got the pure chaos that the Wukong can cause. Tsundere, though, probably going to want a little bit of late-game insurance here. Doesn't have to be like the most hyper-scaling AD carry. Doesn't have to be like a literal infinite stacking 1v9 top laner. Just have a little bit of insurance in the back. And it looks like with the Lulu lock in here, we're probably going to be seeing a hyper carry here paired with that Lulu because that's what Lulu does.
Yeah, we have all the makings of a pro-esque composition here for CB Tsundere. I like what they're doing. They have drafted generically strong champions, and they can go and do so much with the rest of their draft. And I mean, when you give artificial tankiness to somebody with that Lulu ultimate, it doesn't give them armor and magic resist. So the subjugate does lose a little bit of its luster. It looks like Vex is going to be the run back here for Sensei squad, as Lava Lizard, they had a rough first game. They want to go and redeem themselves, so they opt into the Vex.
Yeah, they have a comfort pick for them. At least they won't be facing the Victor this time around.
It could be worse. Yeah.
Yeah. But there are other bad champions to face as the Vex in the mid lane. We'll see if Sensei Squad decides to call that as the pick here. This time around, though, Sensei Squad with the Seraphine do at least have a little bit of late game insurance, even if it is the support. Seraphine does still scale pretty damn well. Maybe we see the MF Seraphine combo here on the red side again, because it's a very easy combo. You press 2 buttons, or technically 3, because usually you want to press the Make It Rain first, as that makes it very easy to land the Encore, but it's essentially 2 buttons, Yanni, and it deletes most bot wins, especially if a Lulu's.
Yeah, we'll see what the move is for the Sensei squad. You see the bans coming out, Twitch getting taken away. It's been a pretty popular pairing with Lulu recently, so I like the Sensei squad, a heads-up ban. On the other side, CB Tsundere, they get rid of that Darius that Orphic loves to play. So, you just take out their best, one of their best champions and make life hard on them, let them dig deeper into the bag of tricks. They could always end up going for Garen. They have a pretty good Garen win rate, although it's not exactly a team-oriented champion.
Yeah, because we saw the Aatrox they locked in last game struggle a little bit against the Renekton. It did help that we saw a bunch of ganks in the top lane, though, to really put that Aatrox behind. I mean, when you're 0-2 as an Aatrox, you're not really going to be doing too much, but hey, such is life sometimes as the top lane, and you do get a little bit camped. Looking for the AD carry to be locked in here for Sensei squad. Block
Maybe
that on
it
in.
already is. Maybe it's the Seraphine as the carry. Who knows?
We haven't really seen that too much, though, in the past patch or so.
It's so good, though. And they will run back the Misfortune, as you predicted.
Well, they'll be taking a note from CB Tsundere right here.
Yeah. You run back the set. Seraphine Misfortune, it's same thing taken by a different team. You get the gist of it. I mean, they liked it. They saw how good it was. They elected to go into it. And no surprise, as you mentioned, it is a 3-button kill combo, essentially, in most cases.
Horn being hovered here, most likely going to be locked in. That's going to give extra scaling to everybody on the team here. That's the property.
This is such a good composition. This composition is so good. The Cog Maul would make it interesting if they lock it in. It's a little weird because it would kind of clash with what they want to do. They will lock in the Cog Maul. So this does clash a little bit because Wukong wants to go in. Talia wants to split the fight. She's not exactly hitting from your own backline, and Ornn is, going to go in and try to get a lot of knockups. That kind of leaves the Cog Maul and the Lulu just to fend for themselves. The rest of Tsundere goes up a little too far.
And it is a bit of a concern here because you do have really hard dive from the specs. If you get hit by a pillar, I mean, you can't cleanse that. You're going to have to flash it. Looks like the set here is going to be the answer for Sensei Squad. A very classic matchup, if anybody remembers Season 9. Set will typically outscale the Ornn in the 1v1 as the game goes on, but early on it is a little bit of a 50-50, and of course you're looking at the Ornn more so for the team utility later on, not so much the 1v1 split pushing factor, but that's always a bit of a bonus if that does fall into your pockets.
Yeah, one big thing here is, as we mentioned, the Kog'Maw, the protection is a question with kind of what the team wants to do. They can still make it work and is going to get good protection from the Lulu, but what happens when Set picks up this ginormous ram and rams it right into Kog'Maw's skull? The damage that ultimate is going to do the showstopper will be intense.
It is avoidable, though. You just gotta be very quick on your feet or just kind of predict it, because the Ornn, if you do go unstoppable, by the way, will be able to at least dodge that if you're well timing on that. Of course, there's always the flash potential. We'll see, because Sensei Squad, they definitely want to delete the backline here with this composition, because you got burst from the Vex, you got burst from the Set, you got burst from the Misfortune. You're just kind of looking to burst some people here.
And, Trundle got a little bit more value in this draft. We talked about early on how it wasn't too much that Trundle was going to be able to take away. The Subjugate would just go on the Wukong in most cases. But now Ornn's a very attractive option to do so once you get into the 5v5 team fighting phase.
Because you just kind of take away all those resists. Because keep in mind, Ornn does get an extra 10% armor and MR from his passive.
Oof.
But with every Ornn upgrade you do, that also scales up further, which lets Ornn hit some really insane numbers when it comes to like pure armor and MR.
Don't you mean Trundle gets 10% more armor and MR?
Yeah, which is
when he ults Ornn. Yeah, that's something to definitely be aware of. Now the question for the Sensei Squad here is, do they have the damage outside of the Misfortune ultimate? I mean, with the shielding that Lulu can put out, Wukong isn't exactly what you would call a squishy champion. It could be a little bit difficult, and their damage isn't exactly guaranteed. They have a hard time really getting their team into the fights. It feels like Vex kind of has to lead off these fights, and Seraphine could maybe ult off of the Vex, and that would allow time for Trundle and Set to get on the mix.
Yeah. It's definitely one way to do it, because you're gonna really need to burst this Kog'Maw here from Shifty. And there is a way, if you're able to get Free Palm CC'd up, whether it's an AoE fear from this Vex or just separated by a killer out of the Wild Growth or Polymorph range, that can be a huge boon. Because one of the best ways of dealing with the Kog'Maw is just blowing up the Kog'Maw before they can get any help from their team, or just purely outranging the Kog'Maw, which Sensei Squad not exactly fully committing to the outrange the Kog'Maw sort of mentality here, so.
Yeah, it's mostly the Misfortune, and really they don't have too much lockdown other than, again, it has to be Seraphine ult layered onto Misfortune ult with no interruptions from anybody else. Mind you, Talia ultimate can interrupt the Misfortune ult. Wukong ultimate, Lulu can ult somebody on top of Misfortune. The Ornn Horn can do it as well. So that's really their way to outrange the Kog'Maw, but it's not even guaranteed.
It's a little bit tricky, yeah. It is doable. You're going to have to put in the work, and Sensei Squad will definitely have to do said work if they want to bring this series to Game 3 here, Yanni, because they lose this, I mean, that's the end of the series tonight, and they are going to be starting out the Platinum League 0-2, which is always a bummer.
It's a rough game one for them, but whenever you get punched, it's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep getting up. That's what the Sensei Squad aims to do. We are in the spectator delay. When we return from our very short break, it'll be game 2 between CB Tsundere and the Sensei Squad. Ladies and gentlemen, Blue Otter League family, thank you for returning here with us. We are into game 2 of this 3-game series between CB Tsundere and Squad Susano, otherwise known as the Sensei Squad. They go by many names, Go Farino, but you and I only go by one, Go Farino and Yanni, giving you all the action. As game 1, we talked about this before, but CB Tsundere, there's no way to mince words. They won hard. Game 2, the draft looks good.
They definitely done wondered. And wondered they done did.
TSM wondered?
Maybe a little bit of a trap here. If we see the drop the beat snare here land, does not look like that'll be the case, though.
Yeah, but we do see a counter invade, so it's a good response here by Mike Lassie, and the squad. So they're going to get their ward down on to the chickens, a trade of wards, and everything's all right. I wonder if Mike Lassie's going to head down to the bot lane now. They will start on the top side of the map once again.
Little bit of a... Actually, no, mirrored start is when you both start the same type of buff, not when you both start the same side. It's weird.
Yeah, we out here vertical jungling.
Verb. And vertical.
Potentially,
Oh,
who knows?
show your face.
Big B drop, double root into Make It Rain. That's going to do a lot there. As you can see, Tree Palm already chunked hard.
That's a big deal against the Lulu, because Lulu as Enchanter does not have any heals in their kit. Unless you get the Moonstone Renewer, but when you talk about 2 minutes into the game, you probably don't have the Moonstone, so...
Are you sure? Did you check?
Allegedly.
Can we get confirmation? Do they have Moonstone Renewer in their inventory? It does not look like it. I have received confirmation from my own eyes. So you're 2 minutes in, and we see Orphic gets a little bit of an advantage here as he's punching the God Goat.
Punch.
Yeah, punch.
Got that Conqueror stacked on up. So gonna be getting that extra bit of healing and also a lot of extra adaptive stats here. So good chunky amount of AD here. Rindo opting in for the Doran shield early on in this lane. Recognizing, they don't want to be taking up too many hard punches here, but
as they continue to take too many hard punches.
Yeah, or haymakers.
Yeah, it's forcing it back already.
Haymakers like a ranged punch.
Yeah, they managed to force it back already, and it looks like Susano squad they're getting an advantage in the lanes here. We can already see Vex with a move to the jungle.
Might add up here.
Yo, Orphic might get this kill. Kobayashi leveled up. What an interrupt there. That's ridiculous.
Oh, no.
First blood up in the top lane. And then Mike Lassie falls to Valter. That was a ridiculous series of events. Orphic with a crazy good play.
And Sensei squad gotta be feeling good about that. That's a very strong 2-0 lead here. Before even first backs, you got Celica in the top lane. And then Valter's pillar there made Mike Lazy miss their flash over the wall, which is really tragic here for the Monkey King. But hey, the Sensei squad not letting last game weigh on them too heavily and looking to hopefully keep this momentum going.
Yeah, it is a new game. Yes, it is, and they have some life breathed into them early, and that can really carry you further and further and make you feel good about yourselves. You know, now you got a shot to win game 2 here, but it's still early. Cannot get ahead of yourself. So you can see Set in the top lane with the first back pickaxe. Ow.
Ouch. That's a pretty damn decent power spike this early in. It doesn't give you a lot of extra, but... Okay, so fun fact. That S trick on Wukong technically doesn't work anymore.
Yeah,
because
you're right.
Wukong clone does not stand still. It actually like mimics abilities, it auto attacks, whatever. So that literally does not work. But it does work against Valter there, so...
Yeah, this is why you gotta know the champions that you play against, right? It's those little corner case things that, like, Wukong players would know, but...
Oh,
that's, it happens. Everybody looks silly every once in a while. It's okay. I mean, Valter still has a kill up on Mike Lassie.
Yeah, it's not the biggest goof.
So who's the real
winner?
winner?
We might see a dive here in the top lane, or we might just see a fight over this blue buff, because look where Lava Lizard is. They're going to be spotted out here.
Oh my god,
So is
Wukong
Valter.
taking so much damage. Valter didn't get spotted, I don't think.
And Lava... Oh, okay. I got baited by like the champion icons because
Mm-hmm.
what should happen is if a champion is not level 6 and has not leveled up their ultimate, there shouldn't be that white line in the middle showing like, yeah, you know what? It's on cooldown. It's like, no, it's not on cooldown.
No,
Just
I
show it
feel
grayed
that.
out like you're supposed to.
Yeah, I understand. I feel that, but
Like,
not
boy.
not too much we can do. So Zippy clearing out some vision here is the bottom lane of the Sensei squad. Putting in a lot of work. Sunflower and Zippy feeling pretty good about themselves. A 10 CS lead, but you know, contentious as it is, could still change.
That
Yeah.
is the beauty of MF, a Seraphine lane here, or MF plus any poke bot lane. You don't
Yo,
really need to
Orphic
do
might-
too much to interact and win in the lane. Like, you got the Comet as the MF, you're just looking to press E, make it rain, proc the Comet, maybe proc Scorch if you also took that rune. Walter looking for a gank here.
Yeah, Fonzo was the first to 6. Could be in a little bit of trouble. So they're looking to knock him into the turret, but Lava Lizard hits level 6 on the response, and they're able to pick up the kill and will just barely survive. Damn the
That's a durability
durability
upgrade,
patch.
baby.
Absolutely right.
Good lord. Yeah, very,
Typically,
very
it makes
close.
dives harder, but that one made it a little bit better for the side of
So
Squad
Mike
Susanoo.
Lacy does not have the level 6 here. Does have the jump, is sputted out though.
What's going on here? Mike
a lot of damage.
Mike
Mike
Lassie
Lacy-
taking a lot of damage. Could be in a lot of trouble here.
They
The
don't have
exhaust goes
clone
down.
here.
He will.
Okay.
Yeah, he will pop the clone. We'll be able to walk it
Ah.
out. So exhaust burnt out of Zippy, but I mean this Wukong is really beginning to struggle. You can see they might be up CS, but in terms of map pressure, it's just not there.
Yeah, because yes, he wastes the exhaust there, but you can also argue that you got a lot of intel on Mike Lacy because Mike Lacy had to spend a bunch of time there. You know, with how low their health bar was, that they got to back here, Yanni. So just means Valter able to kind of run into this topside jungle, grab themselves the scuttle. I don't think they picked up a camp. You know, intel.
Lava Lizard somehow a level behind Fonzo, but not a full level, as you can see. Lava Lizard just digging to 7. But it seems like they've gotten the better of Fonzo this time around. As we see an engagement onto this Ornn, it really is just the Trundle up here going to beat him with a club a little bit and walk away.
With a shame, though. The damage will definitely add up because you just press the chomp. You got the red buff too. So you're getting that slow. You're getting that extra bit of true damage to help shred through this Ornn, who not all that tanky yet. Going for a bit greedier of a scaling build with the Tear of the Goddess to go for the Thimble Vinter, which, yes, will be very nice when you fully upgrade it later because you have so much extra mana to spam your spells. You get that extra boost to health. You get that really thick shield. But you gotta slog through this stacking up the tier phase. And it does put you on the back foot. When you're already on the back foot against a 1-0 set, sitting on the chain spike whip, sitting on the Kindle gem as well, looking to get a pretty decently early Gore Drinker.
And on top of that, they have a CS lead. They've got a kill lead. Things looking good for Orphic, the star top laner of Squad Susanoo. But you saw they took quite a bit of damage from this Ornn, who doesn't really have any offensive items right now. It's quite impressive the damage that Ornn can do.
Yeah, I mean, that's Ornn for you. When you have the W, which is a huge, just like percentage current HP. And then I believe that there might be some. Yeah, so the Searing Charge E does have scaling based off your armor number. Of course, with this much health. There's the Showstopper looking for
Could
the
be
kill.
interesting. Kobayashi taking a whole lot of damage. You saw 182 true damage on that Haymaker as once again the Ornn being forced back and the CS lead beginning to widen. No. I thought Lava Lizard was going to go for that. I have Ignite
Lava
up.
Lizard does have the Shadow Surge here.
Yeah, ult Ignite. I think that
And
gets a kill.
Ignite.
We
Aside
do
from a
see-
real... Okay,
Here comes
the gank.
Mike
Now they're the
Lassie.
level 6.
He's going to flash in, going to land one knock-up. Are they going to be able to land the second knock-up? Yes.
Counter gank,
On
though.
to Sunflower. Valter in the area. Mike Lassie getting the ultimate from the
Oh, this
Lulu,
is going
but
south.
unable to close out on a kill. Zippy getting credit for that one. Lava Lizard flying in, Tree Palm flashing into the ultimate of Seraphine. Got the reset, did Lava Lizard. Vulture flashing forward, tanking up the turret. They're going to die. Shifty going to get credit for that one. So a bit of an overchase there by Squad Susano, but a good fight nonetheless.
Yeah, you got 2 for 1. You're also picking up this early Mountain Dragon. That's going to be really helpful when you have this comp with 2 champions that are just going to be kind of running at you. And Lava Lizard also just diving on top of you. You're going to appreciate those extra resists in the tank just so you can survive a little. Potentially get on top of this cog.
First dragon of the game, that Mountain Drake going over to Squad Susano. It's a stark difference from the game last time out. So we see the Infernal Drake coming up next. We see the Rift Herald started up by the side of CB Tsundere. This would be a great tool to get them back in it.
But with this big chomp,
that knockup did not do what Kobayashi wanted. Pinging for some assistance, and Mike Lassie is here. But Vulture elects to back off. The Rift Herald was completed. So that is in the pocket of the Wukong. A lot of gold on the table, potentially.
a lot of gold indeed. Can be big this early on. And we already see a decent gold lead edged out here by the Sensei squad. Not the biggest blowout lead. Won't be triggering objective bounties anytime soon when they spawn at 15, but it's something to rally around. You got 2 kills as his Trundle. Pretty strong top side, all things considered, and there's a Rift Herald fight that breaks out here. Hey, you wouldn't really want to be dealing with that one, now would you?
Yeah, it was very lucky. CB Tsundere, though, they made the smart decision. They knew that Susano squad was headed toward that dragon, so they just go and they make the trade, and it seems like a pretty worthwhile trade if you ask me. Just depends on how they convert.
Yeah.
Oh, they're sending everybody
one here in the top
up
side.
here for Orphic. Ultimate down on to the Wukong. Knockup not landed. Orphic flashing away, but the second half of the knockup is there. Stride Breaker means that Orphic is going to be able to walk out without an issue. Although they are down summoners, and the Rift Herald dropped in the top lane.
Yeah, this should be first turret. You got 3 members here. It's at 2.5 plates. Is there going to be a response on this bot side? No. Okay.
First turret going down?
I was thinking maybe with that route, you just use the Sunflower bullet time there. Not going to be the case. Because sitting on this Dirk, definitely pretty powerful.
Do it! Fire!
There it is.
Yep, the Lulu ultimate went down, but it is not enough. Kobayashi has to kite this one out, but he's going to die before Call of the Forge God can land. So a 2-for-0 for Squad Susano, even though they lost the top turret.
Mm-hmm. And there was a second Rift Herald charge on that top inner turret. That's going to be a bit of a deal, too, if we ever see any split push shenanigans later on in this game. 1-7, though, is the scoreline, and lead still in the favor of the Senseis here. They're feeling good.
Yeah,
But
a
it
lot
does
of
look
that has to do with the bottom turret. I mean, take a look at all the plates they took.
Mm-hmm. That's big. Plus, also, you take down the Kog'Maw. That's time not on the map for Shifty, collecting XP, collecting any CS or gold. That's always a big deal. And now, it means Sunflower has the Eclipse already completed. An extra triple longsword in the inventory. Because, gotta be safe.
Uh-oh.
No?
Wukong giving him a bit of a
There
love
it
tap
is.
as we're going to head into a pause real quick. And taking stock of things right now, it looks like a completely different game between Game 1 and Game 2, Gofrino.
Yep. I guess whoever gets the early game advantage here is able to carry it on out.
Taking a look from top to bottom, I mean, it's a reversal of fortune for the junglers here. Vulture has played a damn good game, 3-1-2, even on CS with the Wukong. So it's just everything on top of the farming has been gravy.
And that's going to really stink because Mike Lazzi, 0-2, just sitting on some components here for the Divine Sunder. That really stinks. Like, you're not going to be able to get too much done as this Wukong here in the next big fight.
Play will resume in 0 seconds, apparently.
Uh-oh.
So this just means we have more time to talk about what's going on. And this 30 CS lead that Orphic has cracked open in the top lane. We thought that banning the Darius was their strongest champion, but Orphic has shown that they have way more in the deep pockets of their champion pool. And it's been a pretty good game, and I can't imagine, these team fights later on, the slamming of the Ornn into multiple frail members on the other side.
Yeah, because you don't really have the best tank busters outside of Valter's Trundle. Like, you don't have ways to... Okay. Tree Palm should die.
Yeah, Tree Palm is taking a lot of damage, and the stuttering happens. We know that it happens after an unpauses. Tree Palm is actually going to be able to get away from that. Mike Lassie wants to go back in. Here comes the Weaver's Wall. It's a perfect Weaver's Wall, sticking the Seraphine between a rock and a hard place with a re-engage from Lava Lizard. The red buff was taken away. Mike Lassie surviving and flashing away. Getting low as Lava Lizard, but the heal is out. Fonzo taking so much damage, and it's a kill for Sunflower. Here comes Kobayashi. Doesn't have the ultimate available. I don't think they're going to be able to chase him down either. Shifty taking way too much damage, but 2 kills on the Kog'Maw.
That's a pretty damn huge deal here. Because that's now a 3-1 Kog'Maw that is going to be outscaling this Most Fortune. That he's going to be having a Lulu in the back pocket. And Sensei squad just overextending there, Yanni. Trying to finish off those kills. A great Weaver's Wall from Fonzo to just split off those 2 overextended members, causing Zippy and Valter just on down in that fight. You now got to play the Rune King on your Kog'Maw for your troubles. Right before the next dragon.
Yeah, it looks like CB Tsundere, though, they do need to be careful. They know that they overchased in that last fight. They cannot afford to do that again. More clean 2 for nothings is what they would want on the table. And I mean, Fonzo, who hasn't really done too much this game, an amazing fight, as we touched on. The Weaver's Wall was picture perfect. We see the bottom side, though, the lack of urgency from CB Tsundere. Perhaps they're just looking to scale some more, as the second dragon of the game will be secured by the Sensei squad. And we got Hextech Soul as the soul of choice for tonight's game.
Hextech Soul. That'd be a nice thing.
You can feel the electricity in the air, Go Farino. Seriously, you can see it.
So also, oh wait, they fixed the thing of the lights in the middle flickering. So one thing that used to happen with Hextech Soul is that these side lights in the middle of the lane, like from the river entrance, they'd flicker on and off, which was like really, really annoying once you notice it. But they
just like the Krusty Krab, the lights will flicker on and off, just like the story.
Yep.
A whole Nosferatu in the mid lane, but not a Vladimir.
Yeah. Got the objective bounties coming up though in a jiffy. Probably just due to the fact that
that feels bad, man.
Yeah.
As we see in the bottom lane, Lava Lizard collecting a solo turret, and we talked about the game that Valter has had, but Lava Lizard has done quite well themselves. They were down so much CS in the last game. Now leading, not by a whole lot, but leading nonetheless with a pretty solid scoreline. Has done a lot of damage, has helped out in a lot of team fights.
Yep, 1-0 and 3. Definitely been key so far.
That's a
big punch. 3 levels is the difference between the top laner and jungler. Like, Mike Lassie is a level behind Sunflower.
Yeah, that's so bad. I mean, Sunflower has done a whole lot. It's to be expected that they're at such a high level, but Mike Lassie, it just shows how rough this game has been for them. And Wukong's not the power farming type.
Yeah. Yeah, especially to the nerfs to the clear speed. Lava Lizard is spotted out here. I don't think that... Okay, maybe they go for the pick now with the clone.
They have to. There's a big knock up. The flash from Lava Lizard. Here comes the Ornn ultimate. It's going to land on nobody. Lava Lizard off to the side having problems. There's a flash. There's a teleport. Lava Lizard will fall. The teleport is here. Orphic is shown up, and they are pinging out the Wukong. Talia nearby as well. Might be able to put up the wall. There's a flash by Orphic, but Mike Lassie might just be out of there. Although he's moving so fast, but Fonzo making it hard. So that's a teleport and a flash burnt by Set for nothing.
Ooh, it was really close there too. But Orphic did auto-attack the clone, which kind of sucked. And
oof,
we saw the tectonic shift from Fonzo threatening that knockup. So
the
it
pings
looks
are
like though response
go.
might just be a Rift Herald here.
Yeah,
But,
and they forced Mike Lassie to the bottom lane, and it looks like the pings are down. They want to stop this. I mean, Orphic doesn't have a teleport. Kobayashi does, but the Wukong is not even close. Here comes that teleport right into the pit.
Okay,
Lava
he has
Lizard
no
has showed up to the party
Ornthorn.
as well. There's the Weaver's Wall. It's going to cut off a couple of members here. Shifty a little too far up.
That's a good
Fonzo
knockup.
looking to get a lot of damage down. Zippy a little low. No ultimate available for them. Objective Bounty claimed the flash forward. The beat drop.
Oh,
Shifty
that's
is
a counter
dead.
down.
Kobayashi trying to run the fight. Big double knockup, but I don't think they have the damage. Lava Lizard on the side trying to hop in. Tree Palm is low. Fonzo and Tree Palm, the last ones standing, and are so low as Mike Lacey is far out of the fight. And while they did get the Rift Heralds, they were able to pick it up too. They lose some critical members.
And might be just going 1 for 3 here. Lava Lizard looking to finish this off. They get the passive here off.
Bye-bye.
Yep, Mistral Bolt. Help to finish that Nando on off. So, 3 for 1. You get the Rift Herald. It is an objective bounty. If you're able to get this Rift Herald into a turret, then maybe it's something.
Yeah, you lose mid-turret as well on top of it. It's just, if they claim the objective bounty, sure, it's going to help, and it's almost a foregone conclusion that that'll happen. It's so rare that it doesn't, but, I mean, Susano Squad, they are really strong, and they are definitely standing their ground this game.
Mm-hmm. See if they're able to keep this momentum going, because this is a very strong footing. But we saw there that they can be mortal.
Going after Zippy. Mike Lassie could be in
Exhaust,
trouble, though.
There's a bullet time to help out, too.
Yeah, the exhaust went down. Sunflower and Volta were in the area, but they didn't look like they were really too committed to getting there quickly.
Yeah, but the Cyclone being down, that's a big deal, because Dragon's up in 20 seconds. You're not going to be having that. You got the Rift Herald at the very least to have some pressure as this Wukong, but a Wukong without Cyclone in team fights is not the hugest threat, to say the least.
Hey, what do you call a kawaii monkey? An uwu Kong.
Yeah, Uwu.
I'm sorry.
Um,
Uwu XD.
Uwu.
Dragon spawning
Rawr.
here. Full ultimates
What's this
available
mid-kill?
for the Sensei squad. Rift Herald getting dropped in the mid lane. So it looks like they will trade that Drake. It'll be sole point for a Sensei squad. Turret finally falling. Objective bounty claimed. Will we get a second Shelly proc? It doesn't look like it, as Orphic will take it down. Dragon has been
Watch for the
slain, and
pincer here.
yeah, they've stuck around. Look at the damage onto Shifty. The
Oh
ultimate
my
onto the
God, that
Cogmaw, but they
haymaker.
are dead. We talked about that. Look at all the damage. There's 2 kills for Lava Lizard, who's looking for more. That one will go to Misfortune. Kobayashi running scared. Mike Lassie looking for a re-engage, unable to get it. 3 for 1 for the Sensei squad. Well, their own Baron.
They get Dragon. They're looking for Baron here. Not the fastest Baron take here when you have the Lethality Misfortune and just only 2 members here. But more members are filing on in. Should just be a matter of time before they grab this one
Volter?
on out.
Volter's dead.
Oh.
They can't do this. Wow.
That's
that is
Bottega?
That is rough, especially because this means... Oh, never mind. This means the teleport is coming into this bot lane.
Yeah. Orphe does not have flash, does not have ulti here, so will be hard to at least get onto Mike Lassie. Would be able to get on top of Rindo if they really wanted to, but it would be a 1v2, and it is a 1-1-1. So you're not at that hyper-fed point where you just kind of insta-bop, insta-tap people with a single ultimate.
Got a 4,000 gold difference between these two teams 23 minutes into the game. Oh, look at coming in from the side is Lava Lizard Shifty trying to survive but walks into the bullet time. Will they be able to get close to Lava Lizard? It does not look like it. They will once again survive with their life. You could see this Cogmaw's damage is getting there though.
Yeah. Sitting on 2.5 items, but the main issue is Shifty just kind of lost 90% of their health bar there, and they really wanted to chase to try and get that kill on Lava Lizard. Sunflower's bullet time was kind of in the way and causing a little bit of an issue.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
just a wee bit. So the gold lead expanding a little bit, and it's actually up to four and some change. As Kobayashi banging down on that bottom turret, looking to secure objective bounty for their team, as it just appears that CB Tsundere not quite out of it yet.
They are at least getting some bounties here. Fact still stands, they are on the back foot. You do at least have not too much of a back foot sort of situation. You do have this 4-kill Kog'Maw. You're gonna have to do something about it here at this next dragon in about 2-ish minutes and 10 seconds. Because you don't want to be giving over soul.
Yeah, it's big. I mean, Hextech Soul, we all know the damage that it puts out, especially with the team that you see that the Sensei squad has put together. It could be incredibly problematic. So Michael Lassie might have to make a hero play, or we'll have to see some sort of incredible fight out of CB Tsundere. And you can see they have the pieces to make it happen. They just need to put it together.
And also get it to work. The scaling
I think that's the putting it together part. Could be wrong.
Yeah. Grindo is level 13 now, though. We'll be getting upgrades.
Upgrades, people, upgrades.
Although one issue is that Shifty, since they are a Kog'Maw, does not have the Mythic yet. And
Oof.
you can only upgrade Mythics, and I assume you'd want to upgrade Shifty first.
It looks like they're going into it now, though, which is, a wise decision. They're not going to have it before the next fight, though, which could be problematic. Shield bow usually the one of choice.
Yeah, you kind of want it. You kind of want some extra oomph in the Kog'Maw tank. Not gonna lie.
Bottom quadrant of the jungle completely secured by Squad Susano. And that is a huge rejection of vision. See Kobayashi getting punched quite a bit. He's gonna have to flash.
Good pillar. Good pillar. Okay. So, can force out the flash of one of the main engages, one of the front line here. Just gonna be giving Sensei squad some time to secure more control over this river. Look for another pillar.
Control the mid lane here. Mike Lassie able to get away. They're putting as much damage as they can on the Wukong clone, but forcing CB Tsundere away. 20 seconds until this dragon spawns. Anticipation building, as this could mean so much for the game here. Oh, there goes the set. He's going in, trying to get onto the backline. Shifty is free hitting onto Orphic. He flashed into damage, but he'll be okay. Now on the front line, Kobayashi trying to do his thing. Lava Lizard is going to die now. Fonzo with a great job keeping the rest of the team away. Zippy getting artillery down by the Kog'Maw, puking on everybody. Volter has no HP left. Sunflower wasn't even able to get in, but they still have the bullet time available.
Yeah, and that can be big. There's the teleport, though.
Yeah, Fonzo's returning to the fight. Zippy has to try to find a way out. Weaver's wall going down. It's going to cut off that trundle. Are they going to be able to find him? You can see they're in hot pursuit, but nothing there.
Because you ain't got a smite here if you are CB Tsundere. So, taking down that trundle will make your life a lot easier.
Huge fight, by the way.
Yeah. And it really started off with Orphic there. Or Orphic. I saw the thought process there. That was a great showstopper into the backline, but you don't get the showstopper damage onto Shifty. And then you're focusing all your damage onto Tree Palm without any backup. You just die instantly, because Orphic, as the set, doesn't really have resist. You got Merchants. That's it. You're just relying on pure health. You're against a Kog'Maw with Bio Arcane Barrage and that Blade of the Rune King and the Ginsus. So, all that bonus health is just gonna get vomited on through by this little this Void Puppy.
Yeah, Shifty did exactly what they needed to do in that fight. Now, they did flash into a Haymaker, but they got themselves away from the wall, gave themselves a little bit of room to breathe, and you could see the Kog'Maw doing a lot of damage. We see in the top lane, Fonzo has to go golden, but does not have any help in the area. Has to flash away. Big cooldown there. A solid gank out of the side of Squad Susano. Follow. Yeah, and, look at Kog'Maw's build, by the way, as we see Orphic taking down.
I respect the shield bow.
The bot inner turret. Yep, we knew that shield bow was coming. They get the first upgrade, and Kog'Maw has the most gold in the game of every champion. And we see here's the 1v. Whoa! How did that happen? Orphic could be in a lot of trouble. That shield is decaying quickly, and Kobayashi going to pick that one up, but the Baron started on the top side.
There's no Weaver's Wall. There is no Ornhorn. Rindo does have the teleport to come on up. Valter is taken pretty decently low because that is the fault of this Sensei.
Oh, Mike Lassie! Mike Lassie on the
Might be a little
backside.
Papega.
Oh, Shifty, look at the damage. Just absolutely ripping apart the Seraphine.
Ball.
Sunflower, stuck in a 1v1 with Talia, has to flash away. Let's see what's going on. Mike Lassie still able to survive. They're going to go on to Sunflower now, who has nowhere to go. Vulture trying to help out. Subjugate on the Wukong. There's the double knockup. Big shutdown. Mike Lassie looking to get out. Vulture gets knocked up, and the rest of the squad will take down the troll. As CB Tsundere, you kept him down, but they are certainly not out.
Yep, and that is just such a huge turnaround. You're going to melt through this Baron. It's a 3-item Kog'Maw. With a Lulu, with all this attack speed. Look at that little void puppy go. Blah, 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 blah. There's just not really been any threat onto Shifty here in these previous two fights. Beautiful by Tsundere there. To just kind of recognize, like, hey, you guys are low from the Baron. You guys are kind of split up. We're going to catch you out. We're going to get some kills. We're going to get some Baron and turn this game right on its head.
Yeah, it was Mike Lassie going over and taking the Hex Gate, pulled Trundle away. The Weaver's Wall split up Misfortune and Seraphine, and that just allowed Shifty to just have the one-on-one with Seraphine, which he's going to win, and then Fonzo the one-on-one with Sunflower, forcing the flash out. This has been a really well-played sequence here by the side of CB Tsundere. They have a lead, they have Baron, and they have Kog'Maw online.
Scaling definitely kicking in with this almost 4-item Kog'Maw. Biggest in the game. Thickest, well, not the thickest in the game, but thickest in the damage department in this game. Wouldn't be surprised if this game ended right now if Shifty had the most damage dealt. We got a bit of a flank being set up here by Mike Lazy.
Sweep. Mike Lassie in the area. Here comes the Ornhorn. Still going to cut off a couple of members. It's a big double knockup. Oh, the ultimate out for Misfortune, doing so much damage to the Kog'Maw.
Okay,
And the backside Lava Lizard flying in, a huge shutdown. Kobayashi's got to run. Fonzo trying to dump out damage, but is all alone. Orphic running at the Talia. Big punch gets the kill. Mike Lassie has to ultimate, but is trying to run away, but is pulled back in. The flash away, but Lava Lizard picking up another one. This Vex surgically getting into the fight, taking down the Kog'Maw.
And Sunflower with just such a huge ultimate there. Taking out like 70% of Shifty's health bar there. More than enough for Lava Lizard to just sweep on in and finish it off. And Tree Palm just wasn't by the Kog'Maw there.
This is bad.
Safe.
Kobayashi falls next. You can't keep falling one by one. The onslaught from Squad Susano continues.
Keep in mind, Solo's up in 20 seconds if they're not able to finish the game here. Doesn't look like it. They're going to crack open a cold one with the boys in the base. Just look to move on towards this dragon. It will be Hextech Soul here. They're able to get
the gates. Keep in mind, the gates can get Mike Lassie and Fonzo close, as well as the rest of the squad. They have time. See, Lava Lizard, half HP. Zippy doesn't have hardly any HP. There's an opportunity here for Mike Lassie to maybe get in. Looks like this thing's going to go down, and it will. Hextech Soul secured for Squad Susano. CB Tsundere unable to move forward and get any picks. It looked like the game was going their way, but go Farino, it's a back and forth battle.
Yep. Just takes one good bullet time, one good dive into the back line here from Lava Lizard and Sunflower. Because, I mean, once Shifty dies, there really isn't a lot of damage. There's a 2-on-4 Wukong. Okay, they're at 2.5 items. They have their Orn upgrade. But that's not a threat. There's a 3-item Talia. Okay. But that's not your biggest concern. Your biggest concern is the Kog'Maw here from Shifty. It is the Shifty show if you're a CB Tsundere fan. And when Shifty dies, that bodes really terribly for your team fights here.
Yeah, Sensei squad, they've done an incredible job of keeping this game close. It looked like they were going to lose their handle on it, but they kept their cool. It was a huge ultimate from Sunflower to just really change the complexion of this game. And now we have a game again with this Soul, giving them so much extra stats, extra damage as well. Shifty needs to be careful in this next fight. They do have their flash available, though.
And they're gonna have to play so careful too here. That's why I'm a little surprised that Shifty isn't itemizing much more defensively in their last few items here, because as Kog'Maw, especially against this enemy team comp, that's more or less, there's no full tank. There's a Spirit Visage and a Trundle. That's the full tank item. You can just kind of play a little bit greedy and just go for like a full-on defensive item, whether it's the Spirit Visage, whether it's even a Randuin's. I know that's a tech you sometimes see slotted in, or the Guardian Angel. Lava Lizard, maybe caught out here.
They will manage to get the turret. Mike Lassie taking a lot of damage for it. As the Sensei squad beginning to put a chokehold on this game. Lava Lizard with the ultimate hits the Ornn. Looks like they'll back off.
It's gonna move on off. Keep in mind there is still that exposed inhibitor here in the base of CB Tsundere, so if Sensei squad able to get another big team fight dub, they are definitely going to be grabbing that inhibitor and the Baron, most likely.
They might grab the game, to be honest.
Yeah, possibly the game too. It depends how hard the dub is.
Yeah, we're getting into the point where these fights are incredibly volatile, and in the blink of an eye, you could see a 5-0, or you could see a 5-4 with one sad member just alive on the map. Just to see where the next fight is going to happen at. Baron up in 30 seconds. That is a likely option. Elder Drake in 3 minutes on the horizon if we manage to get there.
We do. Like you said, it just takes one fight. But these teams want to play the patience game, want to wait for the opportunity, because they know that this game is hanging on a wire here, very close. We might just see that being the straw that breaks the camel's back, or the straw that makes the camel team fight back.
Lava Lizard with a fully stacked Dark Seal. This is very important to note. They are not on Magi's yet, but if they get there, any potential pick will make them that much stronger. You expect to see this a little bit earlier in the game. We see a set teleport. Volter with an engage on to Fonzo. Fonzo forced the flash. Here comes the Ornhorn. Orphic getting into the thick of things, but Shifty well protected. Huge shield.
Great
Shifty, though,
charm.
has to flash away. They are still alive. They're going to be healing quite a bit. It is a 4v4. Kobayashi taking a lot of damage up front. Lands a big knock-up on the backside. There's Lava Lizard. Look at the shielding, but it's not enough. Sunflower will fall. Kobayashi still fighting in the thick of things, landing knock-up. Zippy has gone golden. They're chasing after Lava Lizard. Fonzo is very healthy and could still win the fight, but now Fonzo has lost all their HP. Running away from this Trundle. Very angry troll. Doesn't take a whole lot of damage. It's a 2v2, but you can see the healing from Seraphine doing so much. Fonzo wants to be able to take out this Trundle, but it looks like the inhibitor will be the thing to fall. Looking to angle towards Zippy. They want to be able to get the kill on Zippy, and they do. Volter gets polymorphed. Can Fonzo have the damage? The flash onto the Talia, trying to keep him at arm's length. That's a good pillar, but he's going to fall. Double kill for Talia, and the pings go on the Baron.
Things go on the Baron. Super minions have just started spawning, though. We already see the first wave marching on down. Hexgate's going to be helping the rest of the Tsundere squad here. That is a very bloody 5-for-3, but in the end, Fonzo just the hero there with those tectonic shifts to keep those members at bay and finish off some people here, Yanni. Baron started up. No Shifty just quite yet. Teleport coming out from this Ornn, though. Rindo's looking for a fight. Rindo's looking for a scuffle. Gonna be spawning out Orphic here.
Yep, and they're the engagement. It's just a 1v1. There's a lot of pings on the Baron. You can see Misfortune looking to position.
Down.
Drops the ultimate. It is taken by Shifty. The Baron's secured for CB Tsundere.
No.
Oh, Lava Lizard goes in and dies for it. Fonzo getting very low. Fonzo will fall, but Orphic is going to die next. And now Sunflower super low. We'll get healing and shielding from Seraphine, but Mike Lassie going over the wall. Flashes past the Seraphine ultimate, and down goes the pop star. It is just a Trundle and a Misfortune standing. Yeah, you're right. This drag is coming up.
Watch your base.
Yeah, I don't know. There's oh man, so many tough options here. It looks like Kobayashi is going to back. Trundle is going to back off as well. We know Kog'Maw can shred. It looks like this Elder Drake could be CB Tsundere's.
Yeah, but you can see the health bar dropping, and it's only Vulture and Sunflower on the map right now for the Sensei squad. Not even opting in to contest that. They know that is a death sentence that they would be walking right into. So now with Baron buff, now with Elder buff, they got the Exodia buffs here. They got the 2 big buffs here, Yanni. Question is, will they be able to close it out? Because last time we saw a Baron here for CB Tsundere. Sensei squad able to get that great team fight, able to just get the big pop off.
Now they got an Elder Drake on top of it, though, Goferino. 39 minutes in, this game has taken an incredible amount of twists and turns. A certified banger, one might call it. You can see Shifty shifting back and forth, doing so much damage. Fonzo not willing to give up any fight. This team's got no quit in them, but neither do the Sensei squad. Important to note, they are so close to winning these fights. See if they can wait out the Elder Drake.
Yeah, the cushioning here for Sensei squad is that they are pushing up in the middle lane. They got the super minions, but
there's the go button. There's the charm. Ornhorn's not going to land, but Seraphine is gone. So is the middle inhibitor turret. They're going to work on the inhibitor next. You're right. It could be the game. It's 5v4. Mike Lassie still has engage opportunities. Set not even close to the rest of the team. They're looking to maybe find a way in. Lava Lizard, they have to start getting damage down. The first Nexus turret, dangerously low. It's about to fall. There we go. It's finally going to fall. They're going to start sieging the second one, but they don't have minions yet. Kobayashi taking a lot of damage. Seraphine, 20 seconds. Lava Lizard, are they going to go in? They tagged up Shifty. Shifty with a beautiful cleanse. Frame perfect cleanse. They will survive.
Okay, they get one.
Getting a big shield, but no. They will fall this time. It is a 3v2. Vulture marked by the Elder Drake buff. Fonzo is very low. Mike Lassie looking to take this down. Fonzo with the auto attacks. The Nexus are exposed. Mike Lassie going in. Mike Lassie's going to fall. Fonzo autoing the Nexus, but has to flash away. Can Kobayashi do it? They've got a lot of health, but they don't have a lot of damage. Going to land a knock-up onto the Misfortune. They're not even hitting the Nexus. Standing tall, the Sensei squad survived to fight another day.
Just barely. It was a Herculean effort.
Herculean effort. Herculean. Yeah, it's like Hercules.
Well, but Herculean effort there by them to save the base. Just by the skin of their teeth. But they survived the double buff monstrosity of the Baron Elder Wombo combo. They survived the 4 versus 5 there.
Wow. Is there a ward down that Fonzo can TP to? Doesn't look like it.
Fonzo does have the Weaver's Wall here. That would be very noticeable.
Could TP into Weaver's Wall. That would be pretty sick.
I don't think they're going to go for it. That'd be way too risky and also probably very easily spotted out.
1000%. But it would be so much fun.
Nexus is at 3.6k health again.
Well, no, you have to remember, though, how much damage Natalia does on auto attacks to it because of the AP scaling on auto attacks to Crushers.
Yeah. But you also don't really have the highest shredding power.
True.
Speed, so it's just 1 auto.
What if you sold? Hear me out.
Yeah.
What if you sold the Seraphs and got a Gnasher's Tooth, right? And you just went for it. Now that's an it. That's an it. You know, you're feeling pretty good if you're CB Tsundere. Just group up one more time. You might not even have to outright win the fight. You just got to kill the Nexus. It's that easy.
Yeah, just win the game. It's that easy. Just don't lose.
Getting into the territory where the gold means nearly nothing, although we know that Mike Lassie is missing an item completely. And it looks like Sunflower is getting close, but not quite at full build yet.
Very close. They might be going for the Serpent's Fang here if they want to try and burst through the shields of Shifty, because there's a Lulu, there is an Immortal Shield Bow. Very handy to have to get that pop, because this is, aside from the Mortal Shield Bow, shield and health.
Looks like they went for Edge of Night.
You fancy this.
Alright, Vulture trying to go in. Here comes the
Ornhorn. That's a big pop in the back.
Look at the damage, the flea, big double fear. Who's going to be able to get to the Nexus? Fonzo is not going to get into that fight. It's a double kill for the Misfortune. Come on, Fonzo. Smell blood in the water. They're going after Mike Lassie. Look at Fonzo.
Fonzo's going for it.
Go, Fonzo, go!
Go,
Fonzo, go! Fonzo is on the Nexus! Fonzo is on the Nexus. Look at the auto attacks. The pings are out.
It is only
They're
one
backing.
returning.
They're backing. I don't think they have enough time. No, here they are. They're trying to kill
Wait.
Fonzo.
Yes,
Fonzo
okay,
can't
the
go
fear, the fear, the
golden.
fear.
Fonzo goes golden, but the Nexus
That's not
survives.
enough.
Mike Lassie gets a kill, but now they're trying to dip, duck, dive, and dodge. They're going to flash over the wall, but Vulture's going to follow.
can't use the Hex
Mike
technique
Lassie
right now,
can't get
Pesky.
over the wall with the fake. Mike Lassie
Orphic's
will
in the
finally
base.
fall. Orphic, he's
Orphic's
in the
looking to
base. Tree Palm up in 6 seconds. Shifty up in 5. The first turret's gonna fall. Orphic is tanking. Orphic, what are you doing? Orphic can't decide what he wants to do. Now, Cogmaul is up.
There's two
Cogmaul's
back.
gotta rip them apart. The first Nexus turret, no, I'm sorry, the second Nexus turret has fallen. The Nexus is exposed. The inhibitor is down in the bottom side.
Has to
Middle
be careful.
inhibitor is
That's not
still
the
up.
Cavalry, though.
Here comes the rest of the team. Kobayashi is up, has the ultimate available, that Ornhorn. It's gonna be up to Shifty. Shifty
gonna
has to
have
be the
to
one.
use
They
it
have to
here. It's
engage
fight or
here.
flight.
They have to do something. Here comes the Ornhorn.
no,
The
they
interrupt
made
is
it.
there.
They made
Another great play by Lava
game, that's
Lizard.
game.
Sensei Squad secures game 2.
Very, very close, to say the least. I'm looking at the final gold tally here. Less than 1,000 gold separating these
My
two teams.
God.
And that was 44 minutes.
Less than 1,000 gold. Go Farino. There was less than 300 HP separating the Nexus.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what an amazing game! Sensei Squad taking a bunch of punches to the mouth in the mid and late game, but they grit their teeth and they hold on to take the victory.
Yep. Lava Lizard Sunflower combo just proving too strong.
It was too good. Lava Lizard made up for that game 1. It was a rough game 1, but they played game 2 excellently. Wow.
That is going to bring us to game 3 this series, Yanni. So,
I didn't think we were going to get here. After game 1 and the way that went, I thought this was a foregone conclusion for CB Tsundere, but the Sensei Squad, their never say die attitude forces a game 3.
yep. Game 3 is what we'll be returning to in just a bit while we take a break and digest that game. But don't go anywhere, because we'll be back with Champion Select of this pivotal game 3 in just a jiffy.
I need to digest some water.
thinking about you almost every single day. You brush me off and I push my luck, but that's okay. It's after midnight, we're stumbling under the street lights, afraid to admit that it feels right, but it feels right. And I don't wanna see tomorrow. It's after midnight, we're stumbling under the street lights, afraid to admit that it feels right, but it feels right. And I don't wanna see tomorrow. It's after midnight, we're stumbling under the street lights, afraid to admit that it feels right, but it feels right. And I don't wanna see tomorrow. It's after midnight, we're stumbling under the street lights, afraid to admit that it feels right, but it feels right. And I don't wanna see tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have returned for our final game of the night in this best of three. The Sensei squad and CB Tsundere. Go Farino, what a crazy game two we saw. The Sensei squad, we laughed, we cried, they were winning, they were losing, and then they won.
Yeah. Add in some more winning and losing to that, because they're winning, they're losing, they're winning, they're losing, they're winning. I don't know. It was a very back and forth sort of ordeal. But it's all on the line right now. Final game of the night. My band as well here, wondering if Sensei Squad gonna also include the victor. Again, that was pretty pivotal in that game number one win.
I can only imagine. I mean, you know, when somebody wins on a champion and, you know, they just run the game because of it,
Yeah.
you kind of want to get rid of it. You know, you don't want to have it stick around. That's not a good idea.
Looking like maybe the Seraphine here. Well,
Yep.
not maybe the Seraphine, but it is the Seraphine. Will be
Yeah.
paired with the MF again because that's been a pretty successful combo all night long here, Yanni. Pretty simple. 2 or 3 buttons. That's your all in at level 6, and you do it from a pretty safe range as well.
Yeah,
Not gonna
it's
see
been
that,
nice to
though.
see. Oh, CB Tsundere, though, they know they have to split that up after the last game. The Seraphine Misfortune combo was far too strong, so it looks like they'll pick Misfortune. I'll have to pair it with something else, though.
Hmm. There are other champions that can pair well with the Misfortune when it comes to that poke, whether it's like, or not necessarily poke. There is the Misfortune Leona. You do have to wait till level 6, but the Leona keeps them locked in place for a really long time.
Hmm.
Won't be seeing the combo just quite yet by the looks of it. Hecarim being hovered, Hecarim being locked in. So that does raise the chances of a potential Yuumi being picked here. Although Yuumi MF, not the most potent combo because Yuumi's final chapter range does not match the range of the bullet time.
Yeah, it is an option, but obviously not going to be super effective. And going deeper into the jungle pool here for the CB Tsundere jungler because Vi is gone, Wukong is off the table as well. So Hecarim is a very nice pickup, a champion that's beginning to gain more popularity now. And we all know what he can do with the ultimate. Swain, the pickup for Sensei squad. I wonder if it's Swain Seraphine bot lane.
That would be a bit of a nasty combo. And that's going to be giving you a lot of AoE zone control with the Encore, with the Demonic Extension.
Oh.
We'll see, though, because if it is the Swain bot, you are going to want an AP pick, most likely, as if you end up speccing a little too hard into the AP, it tends to be very easy to itemize against, given EPs like Heavy Burst of Nature, but there's the Shins out, though, so you got a lot of ways to just kind of start off a fight already from the Sensei squad.
Yeah, this is another solid pickup. They're a little bit bulky. They have a fair amount of damage as well. No super tanks, but they got a couple of bruisers and a Seraphine with them. And these champions can wreak havoc in a team fight if Seraphine is able to get that ultimate off on multiple members. It could be problematic. Interested to see what they're going to go for here before we get into the second pair of bans. I was thinking they could have paired the Misfortune up with the Karma, and they will elect to do so for the more poke-oriented lane.
It does give you a lot of poke. It doesn't have the same pop as the MF Seraphine because the Seraphine helps lock the enemies in place, whereas Karma does not have that long-range hard CC or the tankiness to really get up in your face. But when you combine the Q, Mantra Q, with the Misfortune Bullet Time, get the Area plus Comet train going, that is a lot of poke here. And the question is, will the Seraphine heals be able to keep up with it? Because it is very mana intensive, so it will add up pretty damn quickly.
And taking a look at the team compositions now, I feel like CB Tsundere, they need more damage. We'll see what the Sensei squad opts to do. So Tsundere, they've gotten rid of the Mordekaiser. They want to pull that Swain into the Death Realm and lessen his impact on these fights. Looks like Shen will be banned once again. Sensei squad has been respecting the Shen all night long. No surprise to see that leave.
Yeah, and you really wouldn't want to see a Shen right now with the Hecarim because Shen Hecarim is like a really potent combo because the Hecarim delivers the Shen and the Shen delivers the Hecarim. As my saying goes, at least. For a handy dandy reminder. Won't be seeing that this game, though. It is all top lane bans so far, as expected. Kind of surprised, though, that Tsundere did not try and maybe take away another 80 carry pick to try and just pinch the pool, because he already got Sivir and Zeri off the table, 2 really big primo picks in the meta. He also took away the MF that has been pretty damn key all series long. So it does leave Sensei squad with some options, like if they do want to pick up the Ashe. I know that's been picking up a little bit of steam, situationally, of course. That is also assuming it's not a Swain bot.
This is an interesting ban. They go for the Amumu ban. With jungle and presumably support taken, not sure where he would have fit into the composition.
Yeah.
Victor, the pickup for Tsundere, that might have been a better ban for the Sensei squad. They leave it open until the second half. I mean, it's a foregone conclusion that it's going to be picked up, and that could be the extra damage that they need, though will take a little bit to get online.
We'll see if Lava goes for the Vex again. We saw Vex into Victor. Did not work out too well in game number 1. Looking like it's probably going to be the into Victor then, so you do have a lot more just raw bulk to walk up and approach the Victor, but you don't exactly have that easy dash to get on top of the Victor, which can be really key because as a Swain, you are going to be most likely having to walk across that gravity field. So if your E doesn't land, it's going to be a little bit tricky to secure any solo kills in the mid lane.
Tristana is a very nice pickup for the Sensei squad. Happy to see that champion be relevant. And Gwen, a champion that has really fallen out of favor, also going to be selected here for the Sensei squad. So they have their team all set together, and that is a lot of potential damage, but they might find it hard to be able to actually get in fights.
Looking like the Renekton to go into the Gwen here. Renekton typically fares pretty well against Gwen early on, as the Gwen is typically much more squishy then. You don't have to worry about the hollowed miss because your entire kit does damage when you're right next to the enemy champion, so you don't have to worry about Gwen being immune. Later on, though, you might not have the burst to cut through this Gwen, which might be an issue, as we all know that Gwen can be that bit of a pincer point when it comes to split push.
Yeah, she recently received some more nerfs, a little bit less true damage on the center of her scissors. So, that means that she has not been seen nearly as much, but it is the pickup for the Sensei squad. And Go Farino, the teams are set here. I like Tsundere's composition. I feel like they have the closest to Wombo combo that you can get when splitting up the Seraphine and Misfortune.
Yeah, and Sensei squad, they are going to be having to run a bit of a gauntlet here, because all their champions, aside from the Seraphine, will probably be trying to get close to you. Yes, the Tristana can play at range, but really wants to leverage the rocket jump resets. So you're going to be running through potentially a gravity field, a chaos storm, and a bullet time here from CB Tsundere's team. And that's not also accounting for the fact that the Karma Mantra E, just giving you all that move speed to potentially keep Sensei squad out of reach, or keep yourselves out of their reach, I should say, for just an extra second or two, can be a big deal.
Yeah, the poke that they have is not, outside of Victor, is not amazing, but it's there. Misfortune Make It Rain can certainly pester some members of their team. Victor Laser's going to do a whole lot. The Karma Qs as well. I wonder if they would leave themselves with not enough damage if Misfortune opted to go into Leandries this game. I don't know if it's the best option. It probably isn't, but no. It's a thought. It's a thought.
Yeah, if you want to go the more ARAM centric build, because the issue with that is then you have Victor as well, and your two primary damage threats are going to be building full AP.
Mm-hmm.
Really hard to really leverage. So
yeah, I know. Yeah, I
going to be the Eclipse poke build that we've been seeing all night. Oh wait, no, it's Tristana mid by the looks of it right now.
Okay, interesting. So now I like this a little bit more. I can't believe we completely forgot that was the possibility of Tristana going mid. It's a champion that's lurked on the edges of being a viable mid laner for some time.
Yeah, just fallen a little bit out of favor for the past bit. Good news is, you will be able to get into that Victor's face, especially if you take Ignite and just go for the level 2 cheese all in. You just rocket jump on top of them, you put that explosive charge on them, you're auto-attacking, there's the Ignite. There's not much Fonzo can really do, aside from maybe flash out of the way, but control mages like Victor tend to typically have low base armor values, and Tristana loves that for the level 2 all-in.
Yeah, and Lava Lizard, we know, is not afraid to trade and fight and fight. Neither is Fonzo, though, so it's really going to be another chess match between these two. And we've seen one get the better of the other multiple times. Other than that, I guess now we know that everything is set, nothing too crazy. But it is the Swain Seraphine, which we touched on for a little bit, then we shifted away when the Tristana got picked. I mean, that's a lane that has a ton of sustain and a fair amount of poke. Could be problematic to the Misfortune and the Karma.
Especially since there's no hard CC from Shifty and Tree Palm here in this bot lane, aside from the tether. But if Tree Palm is tethering a Sunflower that's currently in the Demonic Ascension, that's not going to work out too well, Not going to lie, not a good look.
Tree Palm would take a lot of damage. It would result in the Demonic Ascension potentially timing out once they get out, if they're able to get out, but it's not optimal. It's certainly not optimal.
And that's a bit of a problem, especially since Volter, as the Xin Zhao, can look for early ganks in the bot lane. There is not a lot of native mobility between Misfortune and Karma. The Karma Shield, of course, that move speed will be really handy, but if Walter able to go in and get that 3 talent strike knockup, you already know you're going to get yoinked by Sunflower. You're going to get rooted by Zippy, and then potentially just yoinked on back once again by Sunflower with the East. So, gonna be having to play very careful in this bot lane is Shifty and Free Palm.
Yeah, and Fonzo needs to be afraid as well as Shifty of Volter because, you know, if Xin Zhao just gets into range, he can, you know, dash onto them and knock them up. And Misfortune, outside of Strut passive, not very mobile at all. We know Victor walks around with a cane. Of course he's not going to have a mobility ability. You know, there are real ways that Volter can get some cheap and easy kills because they're squishy targets that are immobile. And Xin Zhao does prey on those sort of things.
Walter, though, is going to have to make those early ganks happen. They did make it work out last time around. They're just going to need to be able to keep that deal moving on around.
Volter looking for a repeat performance of last game. Mike Lassie looking to be the hero that their team needs in order to take them over the finish line. It's Sensei squad. It's CB Tsundere. It is game 3, your final game of the night, the Blue Water Platinum League. We will be right back, and when we return, we will be on the Rift for all of the exciting action. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the Rift for the final game of this 3-game set. Susano Squad versus CB Tsundere. It has been a crazy series with CB Tsundere winning game 1 in a stomp, and Squad Susano a thriller that went. Oh God, how long did that game go?
Almost 48 minutes. We're at 47 minutes and 40 seconds, I want to say.
God, and it
Not
almost
bad.
ended with a backdoor. It was exciting, but now we got to dial it back. It's serious time. A minute in, we see some
Demon
posturing.
time.
It's Morbin time.
That's true. It's Otterin time.
I
Honestly,
guess it is ottering time.
next time the Blue Otter podcast is on, I just want to hear voice clips that go off every 10 seconds. It's like a watermark going, it's Otterin time. This is
Oh
the Blue
my
Otter League podcast. Please do not copy without permission.
But the thing is,
Yeah.
it happens every 10 seconds, but it's long enough to encapsulate that entire 10 seconds. So it just
No,
keeps
it
playing on
encapsulates like
repeat in
8
the background.
seconds.
Oh,
So it's like after
perfect.
it ends, it's like, yeah, so I thought this is the
This
Blue
is the
Otter
Blue
League.
Otter League
It's Otter time.
podcast. That would be pretty annoying. I mean, have you ever heard an album leak and they put that "this is not to leak" in there? I mean, that's annoying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to listen to some songs, but we're also trying to watch some League of Legends here. Both junglers starting on the respective
League in
bottom
time.
sides of the map. It is League in time. Xin Zhao has been known to be an early game menace in the jungle. Interested to see if we see what it is known for in this game.
Did see that early ward by the Raptors, though, placed by CB Tsundere. So they know that Falter is in the bot side, walking up towards top side. They don't know the exact pathing.
They know something's up.
Yeah,
They know he hasn't
know
cleared
there's a
his
Shinza on the
chickens.
top side.
Yeah, that's definitely a spicy one. So you have to have some sort of idea. As you see, Orphic here hitting level 2 first has generally gotten the better of Kobayashi outside of game 1.
Yeah, game 1, there was some gank shenanigans happening. So can't completely count that one. If you're 2v1ing or 1v2ing. Oh, there's the level 3 all in.
Not quite as powerful as the level 2 all-in.
Yeah. Actually reminds me, there used to be a saying way, way, way long ago.
Uh-oh.
No?
Oh, alright. Thought he was
Gotta
going to go
pop
for it.
ghost.
Yeah, did pop the ghost. No ignite once again on the top side. We see the shielding is strong with this one. Sunflower and Zippy not able to do too much to Shifty early.
Mm-hmm. 4 soul fragments already collected for Sunflower from that trade. It's 48 bonus health. That's
Sunflower
quite a bit.
collecting their seeds.
Yeah.
What flavor are those? Got the ranch?
Or collecting their healths. Hey, I would eat more like sunflower seeds if that gave me bonus health. Oh, Ignite is
Blizzard
available.
Going in for it. Has been stunned up. Fonzo, though, careful. Keep the Xin Zhao at arm's length.
Had that wind become lightning landed, that gravity pull was timing out. So probably would have seen the audacious charge plus ignite combo. I mean, a lot of Blizzard, they're trying to go for these all-ins, but they're kind of rocket jumping into the gravity fields here, and that's stopping a lot of aggression.
Yeah, I mean, that's why at level 2 it's such a great all-in, because the Victor has to choose between getting Q or getting W, and if you choose W, it definitely makes things harder, but now at level 3 onward, it's easier for Victor to just rebuff any potential engagement.
With all this time Vulture is spending in enemy vision, we can see Mike Lazy taking away the wolves. I believe they might have been spotted out by that scuttle. They certainly will be spotted by the scuttle exiting this jungle. We see the exit ward though. Making sure.
Definitely a good ward, and there were no pings out, so maybe they just didn't see Mike Lacey.
I know. So, oh wait, no. Okay, so scuttle vision does not extend to
There
the
he
far
goes.
left wall.
All right, there he goes.
Yeah. Like if you take a look at the
what do we
scuttle
expect?
right now, you can see that the vision like almost reaches the
Mhm.
wall, but there
But not
certainly
quite.
is enough room for Mike Lazy to slip on through. Also, fun fact: Mike Lazy Ignite Smite, a little bit of a throwback here compared to the more typical ghost that we see.
Yeah, that is
Very
pretty interesting.
Yeah, very aggressive. It does help in the 1v1s especially,
Mhm.
because Shinzao Gets a lot of healing from the passive, but you're going to
Right.
be denying that. You're going to be getting all that extra true damage.
Well, they don't have Predator either. Now, obviously, Predator not as good as it once was. So they are missing
Yeah.
out on a lot of potential movement speed to convert into damage. But the rest of the team did not take an Ignite. You are staring down a Swain, a Gwen. These are champions that you do have to Ignite.
Mm-hmm. See, recall's being channeled. A Vision of the Empire will stop both of them.
Ooh,
That's a
that's
decently
a
big kill.
spicy Q. Well,
Yeah.
Shifty out of mana, but Karma I think has plenty of mana for the both of them, plenty of poke. Lava
Yeah.
Lizard with another engagement, just trying to go back and forth here with the Victor. You can see nobody really giving an inch in that mid lane.
Yeah. Shifty though. Oh, you see Mike Lazy in the bot side here. There is a ward in that middle brush. I don't. It might not spot Mike Lazy if they do like the Alcove Gaming trick where you just take the longest route possible and use like the pixel of brush.
Mm-hmm.
But they recall, so
Yeah, they did the recall trick, which will get them back to the
yeah.
base. And Volter also on a recall, so we'll see where these junglers opt to go. The buffs are spawning back on the bottom side of the map. With this dragon available, who knows what we might see in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Another
Okay, there
engagement
it
by
is.
Lava Lizard. There
There it
we go.
is.
Lava Lizard gets a quick, clean combo kill. First blood.
All it took was the explosive shot, I guess, here from Lava Lizard to, or sorry, Buster Shot. Buster Shot to help secure that kill, because Buster Shot actually has some pretty damn decent base damage.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's really good.
Yeah. Like, it's kind of surprising, because... Well,
Mike
I'll
Lassie
hold that thought.
doesn't even care about the
Ghost.
ward. It's just going to run in and then be spotted out. Everybody's A-okay. The Ghost burnt by the Swain. So it's very good there. That's a solid gank. Didn't do too much, but, that's okay.
Ghost.
That's okay.
It is Summoner's Spellbook, though, so...
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that was swapped. Hold on.
I actually can't remember
Wayne has
myself.
exchanged Teleport to Ghost.
Okay, got it. I
Yeah.
thought Swain definitely had something else, but I wasn't sure. Looks like we see the setup for the Dragon or potential in round 2 in the bot lane as Mike Lacey is level 6, and they are in prime position to ult. Gonna land the fear onto the Swain after the flash, but no more than that. Ping's going down on the top side of the map to take that part of the jungle that Mike Lassie is not around for.
Although we see Rindo doing their own counter jungling here.
Whoa!
They're taking blue, so
This is a chess match in the jungle between these two teams. Heads up play there by the Renekton to take away the blue buff. It looks like Hecarim will be content to clear out his bottom side. Jinjiao electing to take, the important camps on the top side.
definitely pretty cheeky though.
Yeah, definitely.
Going against the blue buff Renekton.
Yeah, nobody expects the blue buff Renekton. I mean, I certainly don't. See Lava Lizard
Well,
going
this
in
is round
again.
2.
Buster Shot not quite up yet. Takes the brunt of that trade, but again, so close, and one more engagement could result in a death for the victor.
Let's see.
Not like the winner of that
Okay,
fight,
Lava
like the
Lizard
victor.
does not have any lifesteal or Omnivamp right now in their kit, so these trades are going to technically stick on them.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Another engagement. That Buster Shot is available. They're going to burn it.
Not
Alfonso will be able to survive. Ultimate drop down by the victor, making it pretty even, but Mike Lassie coming around from the side. Sunflower's in a bad position. Demonic Ascension is there, but there's a nice exhaust, keeping them in the Misfortune Ultimate for a little bit longer. Mike Lassie going to be able to pick up the kill. First of the game for CB Tsundere.
1-1 in the kills right now is the score. Mike Lassie going to be happy to have that kill because Hecarim can snowball with a lead, does scale pretty damn well with levels, and we see the Cheer the Goddess here. Typically what you've been seeing most Hecrims do lately is that they go with full tank plus Manamune, or at least it's like Sunfire slash the Turbo Chem Tank plus Manamune plus like Bruiser items, just so you have a bunch of health to scale up that Immolate passive.
Mm-hmm.
But you also just apply Manamune so much so frequently, and it gives you a lot of extra damage.
Rift Herald picked up by Volter, as they've been a little under the radar. I would have expected a little bit more out of a Xin Zhao early on, but sometimes it's hard to get things done. So they've just been farming up. They've got that Rift Herald. Possibilities are endless.
Yep. Just gotta keep it on going. Because if you got one gank here with this Xin Zhao, with that Herald, might just be one way to get a pretty decent gold lead in this game. Not the case quite yet.
Especially since their bot lane is pushed in. We see Volter is down there, so could see a play put on there, but still unsure. It's still trying to feel each other out as Lava Lizard is done feeling out this Victor, is just going forward, taking the trade every single time. Health bar be damned.
It is costing them a lot of CS though, because being behind a little, close to about a wave and a half. Or sorry, 2.5 waves. That's a big deal. That kind of negates a lot of this gold lead you got from that first blood solo kill.
Oh no, Lava Lizard goes in, but the Hecarim's there, but no, they blow up Fonzo, the charm onto Mike Lassie. That's a big fear, but the demonic ascension is too strong. The misfortune ultimate, Zippy barely survives. Kobayashi, though, looking to make a play on the backside. Lava Lizard is low. Zippy is low. Kobayashi did not get rooted, but is going to get slowed by Sunflower. The Dominus is up. Sunflower is no longer ascending, and they are dead. Shifty getting credit for that kill as the rest of the squad runs away.
Not going to be able to turn this into Dragon just quite yet, as Mike Lazy did just spawn. We'll be able to do a little bit of counter jungling here.
Yeah, Volter's buffs are just getting pilfered.
Although Volter did also go 2-0 in that whole skirmish. They have their Gore Drinker now, first mythic to the table, so I think they'll trade a red buff.
Darn. Thanks for pointing that out. There we go. My items have now updated. Excellent. Great success.
Yes, I love how that's still an issue in this game. After
they swap
months.
Fonzo up to the top lane.
Item bug.
They let Kobayashi stay near the dragon to help the rest of the squad secure it. First dragon of the game going over to CB Tsundere at about the 13-minute mark. Rift Herald getting dropped up
in the top lane, though.
Yeah, Fonzo could be in a lot of trouble.
This turret dies right now. Right now.
Fonzo's got nowhere to go, and it is game over for Fonzo. Volter getting credit for that one. 3-0 on the Xin Zhao. Lots of gold, too, from the Rift Herald, and Shelly will get off the second charge.
Yeah, Shifty. That's a lot of damage, fancying this trade. Seraphine definitely very squishy. We got red buff like this misfortune.
Oh, yeah.
And some lethality.
Kobayashi's up here, so is Volter. They're going to engage onto the Renekton, but will slice and dice their way out.
Yep. And the little shimmy on out.
Shimmy, 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 shimmy.
Still not in the clear quite yet.
No, absolutely not. Let's see what happens. Red buff taken. Tristana will be able to secure that one, so everybody is just losing their buffs. Whoa, what a cancel out of Mike Lassie. They're going to go for the engagement. The fear is on. Lava Lizard flashes away. The Buster Shot does hit both of them, but that Ignite that Hecarim packed in their bag for lunch today gets the kill. Now Volter could be in a little bit of trouble. They're going to heal up off the Gore Drinker, but they have been stunned. And when everybody is in the circle, nobody is safe, and Volter certainly was not. It's a kill for Fonzo.
Yeah. Good slow in the bot lane. Demonic Ascension is available.
The ultimate's still available for Misfortune. There's the flash out of the Swain. Make sure they get away from it. And the bullet time not quite landing.
Big bite back, though, from CB Tsundere. Able to get that shut down. Able to get an extra kill off the back of a little bit of miscommunication with that blast cone. Because Lava Lizard was not taking over the Baron Pit Wall. And then when it stopped mid-jump.
Yep. Tristana Jump is a fun ability at times.
Ascension is available. Problem is, Mike Lazy's in the area.
Okay, Orphic is here, and you can see the damage that this Hecarim takes. He's going to get the heck out of dodge. They're going to slow up Orphic, and everybody's okay, although the Gwen doing what they can to exert pressure elsewhere.
This is going to cost him some damage on this mid lane turret, but for the first time this series, we don't have the immediate 15-minute objective bounties.
Yeah, that's actually crazy to think about. This has been the most even game of the three to this point. We could see the sheer poke coming down from the bot lane of Tsundere. Susano does not have an answer at this time for it.
Much you can really do.
Looks like Imperial Mandate going to be the pickup for the Swain. So we see 4 Mythics on the side of Susano. All very powerful Mythics for their champions. The Gale Force is an interesting choice by the Tristana, but makes a lot of sense given the circumstances.
Like, for the 1v1s here against Fonza, because you hop in, but then you have the extra dash to get yourself out of the gravity field. Granted, Kraken Slayer is the more common option now on Tristana because it pairs well with your Halo Blades. There's the all-in. Good bop.
Mike Lassie is here. Is it going to be able to secure the
50-50.
Herald? It is going to go. The Orphic is going to be able to get the kill. They're going to be able to pick up the Rift Herald as well. Fonzo looking to just keep that Xinjiao away for a little bit longer. So it's a kill going over to the Gwen as Mike Lassie did what they could, but the smite was not there.
Very close. It was a 50-50 smite. Does cost your life. Does also cost the Herald. I respect the try. There is no Chaos Storm here from Fonzo. So not the biggest kill threat with Teleport plus Airy. But Lava Lizard also just kind of sitting on extremely low health. So there's that.
Yeah, that's a little dangerous. You know, have to be scared. You see the Tristana on the minimap just jumping away as Fonzo doing what they can. The bot lane, Shifty and Tree Palm, continuing to put pressure on. A 36 CS lead for this Misfortune. Things are starting to get really rough down there. Let's see if the Swain is able to make the impact that they want in this game.
Because you have 15 seconds till the dragon, second of the game. Don't have to worry about any early souls here because we're talking about nearly 18 minutes in, and this would be the second dragon picked up, but you do want to contest it.
Yeah, it's hard now, right? Because it's so
They're
much harder to
baiting.
takes so much longer. And as you can see, they were not prepared for Vaulter to show up. Comes the Seraphine ultimate. It's going to land onto
Good
Tree
charm.
Palm.
Here
Here
comes
comes Mike
Hecarim.
Lassie. The teleports are in as well. It went from a 3v2 to about to be a 5v3. Although Orphic has joined the party. Vaults are getting very low. They'll be the first to fall. Look at the bullet time ripping through the team. Orphic will get one back, but that's all they see. No, they get two. Zippy, very low. Fonzo flashing forward, able to clean that one up. A 4-for-2 in favor of Tsundere, but the Rift Herald drop mid, resulting in 2 turrets for Lava Lizard.
Could be 3 because no one's answering Lava Lizard quite yet. They're not going to get an inhibitor, that's for sure. Looks like they're backing off, worrying about a potential collapse here, but that is 3 charges from a Rift Herald, and if you look at the inhibitor turret, down below 1k, so it is something in return, but a really, really great turnaround there in the bot lane by the Tsundere squad.
Yeah, Lava Lizard going to pick up a red buff as well, so this Tristana has been eating this game, even if it doesn't really look like it on the CS department and the kill department.
A lot of free time, and the fact that they're able to get double solo turrets there with that Rift Herald, should be adding a lot of extra change in the pocket, saying on 1,600. That should be enough to finish their Zeal item here on the next pack.
Man, that would be a nice 2-item spike. These fights are tough to navigate, though, with all of the zone control that CB Tsundere has.
That is a question, though, to see when we see this Tristana fight, because Lava Lizard was not in that last fight, that big scuffle in the bot lane. Could definitely argue that it probably cost him a little there, not having that Tristana.
Definitely could have made the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the trade they made, though. You know, they elected to get the mid pressure, take down the turrets. So you know, you'll take that deal. See a Lava Lizard up here, matching the Renekton, and there's not too much going on right now. There's a lot of pings are going out. They want to get that top inner turret. It's worth so much gold. And everybody on CB Tsundere is on the bottom of the map. They could lay a trap here. and make a play onto this Renekton.
Yeah, that top turret. Not got too much health left.
Here
It
they
should
are.
be an easy pickup with that yoink, with that pop, with that
Kobayashi.
chop.
Yeah, he popped the Dominus, but just does not have the damage to be able to take out Sunflower. See a lot of pings going down. They'll look to trade back on this bottom turret, but not if Orphic has anything to say about it. Mike Lassie coming in. Orphic able to keep themselves alive. That's a good ultimate there by the Hecarim, and Orphic will fall. Mike Lassie will get the credit for that one. And the Baron is being pinged out. They are spotted on a ward. They don't go for that top inner turret. The Baron has been started by Susano. You're right. Bullet time is available.
Yeah, an immediate back off. Okay, just recognizing, like, yeah, let's not do this. Like, okay, it's not the most fed MF. 2-0 and 4, you know, decently ahead, but, like, you're still sitting in a very early Baron pit there. You're going to get absolutely shredded by a bullet time.
Yeah, wise decision to back off there by Squad Susano, although they are going to lose quite a bit for it. They got the Renekton kill, unable to get that turret. They get a kill, they lose one in the bot lane, and they lose a turret. That solo gold going over to the Victor, so an even bigger threat this mid laner is starting to become.
Victor. Ooh, and it's also going to be the Lich Bane next for this Victor, so gonna pack a wall up with those Q autos. I don't have to watch out for that. Plus also the extra move speed. Always appreciated when you're getting jumped on by Tristana 24/7 if you get within a screen of Lava Lizard.
Important to note, Muramana completed here for Misfortune. 175 CS at the 22-minute mark. The second in CS in the game as we see the Renekton with 180 waiting to get his Sunfire. And so the Misfortune going to get a little bit stronger for these next couple of fights. The already strong bullet time is going to do a bit more, and if they are well protected, they will rip through the team.
Yeah, and it's not like you have a wind wall or a Braum wall. Nah. You don't
Here's
have
a
the best
potential
ways to interrupt it
engagement.
aside from this
Root-
Encore.
Root
That is
into
currently
charm.
down.
Good stuff there by Zippy to prevent any engagement. They were called out a little bit, but they burn everything out of the Seraphine. But now let's see if they can take advantage.
Keep it on going here. Foreign power spikes coming on in. We see a second item completed for Mike Lassie on that back, so they're sitting on 2 items. Oh.
Gale Force by Lava Lizard there.
Yeah,
So,
a little
just get out.
unnecessary. That is a 110-second cooldown too. I checked, they don't have the Hunter rune, the Ingenious Hunter rune. They went for Treasure
Uh-oh.
Hunter.
We're going to have a Gale Force down for this. Mike Lassie trying to get in
Teleport is
position. Here comes a
coming.
teleport from Gwen. This could be trouble. Tree Palm is here. They're trying to get onto Shifty. Shifty getting the movement
got the
speed.
one.
Is going to turn around. Is going to bullet time, but has to flash over the wall. Could be in trouble. They're going to do a nice little juke Orphic going over the wall, but the rest of CB Tsundere is here. Can they get a kill? It's a 5v4. Here's the engagement by Hecarim. It's going to be a huge fear, creating a lot of discourse. Orphic getting very low. Big stuns coming out, but the roots. Mike Lassie going to fall. Orphic going down. Fonzo looking to take control of the fight. 3v2 right now. Walter survives. Beat drop not landing. Lava Lizard goes in, has to flash out. The stun on to the Xinjiao very low. Triple kill for Fonzo. A fight that looked rough for CB Tsundere, but the mid laner coming in with the backpack. They're looking for more. Flashing forward. They've gone godlike.
That's the unofficial quadra for Fonzo in that fight, and reminded me a little bit of game number 1 here, Yanni, because they also got the ball rolling as Victor a little early on there. This is a little bit later, yes, but 7-3-3 as this Victor. You got a pretty decent amount of CS in the bank. Looking to exert control over this dragon for a potential salt point.
Dread from it, run from it. Victor arrives all the same in the late game. Now, I think we'll see another fight for this dragon here. As you know, you just mentioned, you do not want to let Tsundere get on to Soul Point if you can help it. As Victor went back, he did pick up a needlessly large rod. Opted into Cosmic Drive as item 2. See how that affects this next fight. Xinjiao had his peak of strength pretty much with the Gore Drinker and the Death Stance on top of it. Dragon has been started up. Orphic looking for a flank.
Yep, Dragon, little bulky after the changes, so it does take a little bit of extra time.
Picking out Orphic, but they're going off of the dragon. It looks like they're trying to get onto the Tristana.
Orphic
But no
did have the
re-engagement
flank
here. Here we go. Huge fear. Lands on 3. Big charm. Shifty able to
That's
pick up
one down
1.
already.
There's the bullet time. But Lava Lizard on the backside looking for the
Lava Lizard
resets.
going
Lava
to
Lizard
town
looking for
here.
the resets. They've gotten 2. They're looking for more. They've got 3. Lava Lizard looking to
Look at the penta.
looking to cosplay Victor.
Nope.
It's a triple kill for the Tristana. Back and forth these teams go. The Lizard lying in wait strikes from behind.
And that's also going to be picking up a dragon here as well. Looking to get bot lane outer too. That's going to be a big swing in gold because 4 for 2. You get the dragon. And you should be picking up this bot lane outer as well. A little bit of extra change in the pockets. Never hurt anyone. But that is a lot of change in your pockets. 4K is now the gold lead here for the Senseis.
Go Farino. What a back and forth game this has been. And it's not over yet. Still so much league to play. Shifty, a bullet time not quite landing where they wanted in that fight, and they left the misfortune exposed. They're going to have to clean that up for the next one.
Because that was a really good bullet time for the most part there. Did not hint to Orphic because Orphic is immune and did dash over the wall. And it just let Lava Lizard with these 2 items hop right on top of you. Now they have the Infinity Edge as well, so the most items in game, most gold in game, I believe. And now we can see the bit of defensive itemization coming out with that extra Null Magic Mantle, recognizing, hey, might need a QSS this game, might want the Wit's End, might want the Maw, whatever. You're going to want a little bit of defense in the tank if you're going to keep just hopping on in like this.
So much going on in this Tristana. Lava Lizard fearless in the face of that Victor. And fearless in the face of the rest of the team here's. Mid turret gonna go down here, it looks like. They finally managed to break that one out. Still some gold on the map available for CB Tsundere, but this game is far from over, Go Farino. You know, somebody needs to step up on either side. The next fight could break the game wide open.
Yeah, because there are a lot of kills across the board here in both teams' carries.
Oh, there's the bullet time. Blocked by the Xin Zhao ultimate.
Yeah, gonna force out that Crescent Strike. Pretty decent cooldown. Gonna be down for... How long is that cooldown? 77 seconds, okay. It's something if you force another fight.
Fights can happen in the blink of an eye in League of Legends. You and I both know that.
That is
Especially when the Baron is on the map. Dragon not up for another 3 minutes, so there still will be time to dance around the top side of the map. And you know, it is Mountain Drake, and we didn't really talk about the ramifications of that, especially since Squad Susano finally got their first Drake of the game. Getting this Gwen, this Xin Zhao, and this Swain a little bit burlier can go a long way.
And Tristana too for Lava Lizard. Like,
yeah, true. Means
they're
they
jumping
won't get
in like
blown
a
up.
madman. Yeah, they're not getting as much value, but hey, you're getting a little bit of extra juice in the tank there with that one. So you'll take it. You'll take it.
Listen, I will take free buffs all day long. Although it's not free, they worked hard for those buffs. We see the Death Ball starting to come along. It's Zippy, Sunflower, and Vaulter. They know that they can blow up some of these squishy targets. Mike, let's see. Lying in wait, going after Zippy, forcing the flash out of Zippy. There's the ultimate, but it's not going to land. So, Seraphine, without an ultimate, it's forced the teleport out of Orphic as well.
2 ultis for the price of 1.
That's good
Pretty
stuff.
good trade.
And a Summoner Spell.
And the Summoner, indeed. Yeah, Zippy without a flash. I mean, this is still a very squishy Seraphine. They're sitting on like an item and a half. It's Shard of True Ice. I mean,
it's not going to do you much good.
Yeah, it's not going to do too much in fights. It's about the warding. Provides a lot of value with that, but when it comes to pure combat stats, let's see, it is. It's giving you 40 AP, 70 health, you know.
Go on the Baron, which was strange. Orphic gonna walk forward and take out this top inner turret. 600 gold in their pocket. As we see, we're about to see a 5v5 fight. I just have an inkling.
Rindo's walking into this one.
Kobayashi gets rooted, he gets blasted into 5. Tries to find a way
They're
out,
in
gets the
the
Dominus,
though.
but no, will
They're off
survive.
the
Look at the
bullet time.
Misfortune. Bullet time does so much damage. Sunflower, Demonic Ascension, trying to keep them alive, but the Buster Shot means that the Demonic Ascension will run out soon. Kobayashi flashing forward, lands a
That's a
stun,
huge
slicing
one.
and dicing through. The ultimate from the Hecarim on the side. It's a complete wipe. Lava Lizard, the last one standing. They're going to flash away, but you know they're probably going to go down soon. Are they going to continue the
this one
chase?
devastating
Lava
charge
Lizard
away.
trying to turn, but Lava Lizard will fall beneath the hooves of Hecarim. It is an ace.
Okay. And,
Listen,
they
I
took that
warned you.
fight, but they just ate such a fatty bullet time there. You're fighting in that tight corridor. Shifty more than happy to press the ultimate button and help them really secure that 1-for-5 there. 5-for-1, if we're talking in terms of CB Tsundere here. It's also going to get them the Baron, though. Dragon is up. They might have to forfeit this one, given that they're all
Baron
back.
empowered
right now.
recalls. They
Yeah,
got
they do
teleport
Baron
at her
empowered
Renekton as
recalls.
well. And Lava Lizard's down. This could be... They could get the rare 2-for-1 here. CB Tsundere could put themselves on soul point. You see they're heading toward it.
They are fighting for it. Keep in mind, this is also like a 31.5-minute soul point, so it's like...
We'll see it actually happens. Walter, Orphic, and Zippy in range here to maybe do something. A
They
Seraphine
are
ultimate would be
spotted.
massive. It hits 3 members. Surprise! Swain over the
5
wall.
versus 4.
Bullet time lands. It's not dealing that much damage. Walter trying to get onto the Misfortune. They will. Are they going to be able to close out the kill? No. Orphic trying to snip and snap away, but Lava Lizard on the late resurrection is there, hopping over the wall, and once again, CB Tsundere take a fight and lose their Baron. Squad Sasano, not an inch of quit in them.
Yeah, that completely wipes the Baron off the map. You don't get the Dragon, but it is the 5-for-3. You take off the Baron. You're not going to be able to threaten any turrets with the current wave states. Just going to be getting some farm off the back of it. Taking a little bit of a breather here, but very potent. Very potent. Because that put a huge, huge break here on the gas pedal. That was CB Tsundere after that massive Baron fight.
That is so sad if you are a CB Tsundere fan. But man, we are trending toward another banger here, Goferino. Like, this is amazing.
All right, Orphic actually going to be able to pick up this inner turret. So
Orphic is at 4 items.
because they're able to get the solo top inner turret. They just got the solo bot inner turret. So that's an extra just free 1,200 gold from those 2 turrets alone. I mean, that's like 4 kills worth of gold right there, just from those 2 turrets.
Gwen out here living her best life.
Passage, it looks like.
Yeah, living her best life. We see 4 items for the Tristana as well, level 17. So 1 more level, she'll get her max range. We saw Sunflower and Zippy had a huge hand in that fight. Their score lines might not reflect it, but they have done a fair amount of work in these team fights as well.
Very close game all around. Haven't even seen any objective bounties this game. That's how close it's been.
Yeah, from start to finish so far. I mean, we're not done yet. We still have plenty of League of Legends to go. It's the gold lead so close. And I mean, if you're CB Tsundere, what is going through your mind right now? Just losing another Baron has to be killer on the mental.
Yeah. And because that Baron was your ticket to blowing this game wide open. You know?
It was.
You pick up soul point. You look to pressure mid or bot after that.
You lose everything for the soul point, really.
Yeah. You do still have that soul point X factor, though. 2.5 more minutes, you could be looking to pick up a Mountain Soul. That's going to be a huge deal, because, I mean, it's basically full damage from the enemy team. That extra shield, all those extra resists, going to be coming in clutch here, especially for Shifty and Fonzo in the back line. Just being able to take all that extra damage, let them get off an extra rotation of spells, will be a huge deal.
It may just make the difference. We see both buffs spawning in about 2 minutes. You know, give like 25-second difference between the two. Dragon coming up in a minute 50, Baron in about 2 minutes. So it's going to be interesting. They could always pull off the, we'll take Baron, you can take your second Drake of the game. Or, you know, they might just blindly fight over everything.
I mean, you're gonna have to be fighting over some stuff right now, because I mean, it's still point. Gonna have Baron up at the same time too, so maybe CB just looks to force the classic catch-22 of like, hey, we're just gonna grab Baron. You can pick up Dragon. That's your second one. Oh well, boo-hoo. We have this Baron. We're gonna use it to end the game.
Well, but here's the thing. They tried to use the Baron to end the game last time, and they weren't able to.
Yeah.
So they might put more priority on this Dragon. Regardless, decisions will have to be made, and they're going to have to be made soon, Goferino. It's about time that these teams start setting up their vision. You can see already, Squad Susano, they have a fair amount of vision in the river right now. They've got control of the waves, too.
Sub 1 minute here on both objectives as I finish this sentence. There we go. Now we're under a minute for Baron. Vision is the name of the game, like you said. Already got some strong river presence and backline jungle presence here from Sensei squad. I like those backwards. You don't want any flanks to be happening and getting into your backline. We saw what flanks can do earlier this game when Lava Lizard at the third dragon just kind of got on top of Shifty.
We are coming to the climax of this game. 36 minutes and 30 seconds. 15 seconds until the dragon spawns. The vision being cleared out by CB Tsundere. Squad Susano just allowing them to get in. They want to play toward the bottom side. Gwen backed full build now for this top laner. The dragon has spawned and we begin the dragon dance.
Yeah.
So Orphic has been spotted out on the backside. They're going to engage onto Mike Lacey. The rest of the team is going to try to go over to help out. Look at the Gwen ripping apart near 1v5. Huge charm. Look at the team play of Squad Susano. Kobayashi on the back line trying to make things happen. Bullet time doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but Fonzo is the one who's able to pump out damage. Kobayashi onto the backside, but they're going to fall. It's a 5v2. Leaping forward, Fonzo, they're going to fall. They've gone golden, but for how long? They will die. Hopping over as Lava Lizard. They want to go after Shifty. Shifty's going to turn into it. There's the flash over the wall by Lava Lizard. And there is nothing that Shifty can do. It will be Dragon number 2 for Squad Susano. A commanding fight victory.
Insanely huge. Orphic. It's just so much damage as his full build Gwen. That was a 3-item Hecarim they're facing. This is now a level 18 Gwen. Like, that's a lot of damage. That true damage just ripping Mike Lazy apart, to say the least.
Gwen
in that
was
fight.
1v5ing for a while. And then Lava Lizard came in, not to help, but to say, hey, don't take all the glory. I want a piece of that.
Yeah, you gotta help finish off those kills with the besties there. And now, double mountain. Don't have to worry about that soul being taken by the Tsundere squad. Sensei, they have that down mid in him. That's gonna give them a lot of free pressure. They can look to just play the Baron game. Wait it on out. Wait for a slip up, wait for a misstep to take a Baron or take a life.
Yeah, this game's still on a knife's edge, although the gold lead has been cracked open a little bit. It's about 5,000. So there is a tangible gold lead, but the longer we go, the less that's going to mean. We see Victor still not quite at
side here. They're trying to get Orphic.
Well, Orphic is just drawing pressure. They know that they can start up the Baron if possible. You see the pings have gone on it. See Victor almost at full build right now. Misfortune starting to get there as well. You see these items starting to come in. I just don't know if anything is going to put CB Tsundere over the top. You see the pings going down. It looks like they want to start this one up.
Be more than easy enough. You got this 5.5 item Tristana. No Orphic though. If Orphic's here, you absolutely just rip this Baron apart in half a second flat. But
I think the scissors might have something to do with that.
5.5 item Tristana to DPS down the Baron.
Only. Doesn't look like Tristana's taking it back here. And they have finished their build completely. They are on
Keep in
full
mind
build.
though, this game's still pretty close. There's the charge. There's the big old
Volter might be
crescent
caught out here.
strike.
There's the ultimate. There's the Misfortune bullet time. Volter could be in a lot of trouble. They're in the middle of 4. They are going to Gore Drinker. They are going to go down. But here is the turn. Look at the damage. Mike Lassie is just getting ripped apart by Lava Lizard. As Lava Lizard goes for more, Kobayashi cancels the teleport from Orphan. But now, The Renekton is in trouble. Rock, paper, scissors, lizards. Spock here, and the lizards are losing. Look at the needlework by Gwen. Down goes Karma. Lava Lizard pushing a super minion wave into the base, and they're so strong.
Yep, looking to take top lane inhibitor turret here. It is just Lava Lizard. Not going to be able to fully pressure out this MF and Karma. Still though, with all being said, hold that thought.
That's
Okay,
a lot of damage, but Shifty will live. That's worrisome. That is very worrisome. See
that's
Gwen
a
headed
big
toward the
thing.
bot side.
Because Tristana explosive shot damage, it does more damage based on how much crit chance you have.
Mm-hmm.
So considering there's 80% crit chance here for Lava Lizard, explosive charge, you know, that's a lot of damage. In fact, if it's fully stacked up, it does max of 1,617 damage before resists, of course.
Well, this game is getting very, very tough. You can see the gold lead actually shrunk a little bit. It looked like it was a Squad Susano fight, but CB Tsundere, they managed to close the gold lead just a little bit. Baron's still up, and now this Drake coming around in 1 minute and 20 seconds. Just to see where these teams are going to look right now. As you can see, the items is beginning to get the finishing touches here for these champions. Hecarim's now set at full build. I mean, he's got a control ward, just sold that, so they're going to probably pick up something else. My bad. Grabs the Force of Nature. Death's Dance finally completed for the Renekton. I feel like that's going to be huge because this Gwen just does so much, but,
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to be able to cleanse the Death's Dance passive off of them.
That's something you're going to have to sort out in the massive fights, because you're definitely not going to be winning the 1v1, but if you're able to keep alive and get that Death's Dance reset in these fights, it's going to be huge, because I was looking at some of the stats here in the Death's Dance. I mean, both the junglers have healed about 2,400 health from their passives, the cleansing, the fanatic rush.
Sneaky beaky. Sneaky
they're just
beaky.
looking at the Baron.
Yeah, they're trying to suss this out. They figured out that nobody's there, but they have been spotted on vision, and that Baron will get started with the Swain, irritating it a little bit. Dragon about to be up in 10 seconds. It's anybody's guess what these teams are going to do. Pings are going down on the Baron. The Baron has been started by CB Tsundere.
They are spotted out. Mike Lazzie.
They're sending Vulture to the Dragon. Wait, no. Vulture's coming back. They're going back and forth. The pings are out on the Renekton. They're pulling apart Squad Susano here.
Rindo's starting the Dragon. They have Force to shred through it, but
He is, and Lava Lizard is going to come through. Kobayashi has to flash over the wall, and this Dragon is going to be secured.
They're starting up Baron again, though. Look at the base.
By Susano. Yes, you have to look at the base. Gwen ripping apart the inhibitor and the minions, starting to march toward the Nexus turrets. This Baron, though, getting very low, and it's going to fall before Squad Susano can get there. Now it's all about the Baron and power recalls. Orphic has destroyed one turret. Orphic is going to destroy 2 turrets. Orphic is not going to be able to find a way out. They have gone golden, and they will fall here.
Oh,
but 2 Nexus turrets, and Mike Lassie is going to fall. It is a 1-for-1, but the base in shambles for CB Tsundere.
And that's really, really big here by Sensei squad to get that kill, because it evens up the amount of bodies on the map here. So now you have the cushioning of the supers pushing up in the mid lane to counteract this Baron buff a little bit, as it's going to be hard to deal with the Baron buff Victor plus MF combo. Lava Lizard looking.
Kobayashi getting pulled in, but everybody's okay for right now. We'll see if that changes anytime soon.
Yeah.
Pushes in with Baron, but I don't know how much can be actually done here. There's no ward, so Gwen not able to teleport to the Nexus for another spicy backdoor. I mean, this has been an incredible chess match back and forth, but I think Gwen might have put CB Tsundere in check.
So
you see Renekton rooted.
It's a long teleport flank.
Uh-oh, there it is. But here comes Mike Lassie as well. Kobayashi not at full health for this fight. They're going to go on to Orphic, but Gwen is immune. Kobayashi taking so much damage, and the Slice and Dice ended up charming 4 members because of the Seraphine ultimate. They wiped CB Tsundere. There is no way that CB Tsundere comes back from this. Mike Lassie trying to get onto Zippy, and they will. However, 2 members are still standing. They've turned their sights onto the Hecarim. Hecarim doing what he can to clear out the minions, but the pings go onto the base because the Nexus is exposed. Down goes Hecarim, and Squad Susano comes through huge in the last fight with a little help from Renekton. Zippy gets a beautiful 4-man ultimate. What a series, Gofrino, but all good things must come to an end.
Yeah, that is going to be the game here. Not the fastest Nexus take. A little anticlimactic, I guess, after what was that fight. But the reverse sweep here from the Sensei squad. Able to keep themselves 1-1.
What an amazing game, Gofrino. Wow. These games were so back and forth. We laughed, we cried, we saw so many exposed Nexus. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I mean, everybody just played a huge hand in the victory for Squad Susano. It's hard to just pin it on one person.
Although, definitely Orphic really bringing it home in the later stages of that game as this
Crazy.
was able to do so much 1v5 action, it felt like. But yeah, was a team effort, like you said, and able to bring it home.
Yeah, it is amazing. Gwen hit critical mass, and that was all she wrote. Ladies and gentlemen, what a crazy night of League of Legends action. This has been CB Tsundere falling to 0-1. They had the bye week. And Squad Susano improving to 1-1, so they get their first win of the season. Glad to see it after a rough showing last week, and you know they showed a lot of heart in this series.
A lot of heart, but still 0-1. Gonna have to bring it back next week. We'll see how they fare.
Yep, and well, that means that is it for us for the night. We hope you enjoyed these amazing series of games here on Blue Otter League. I mean, this was probably some of the best games that I've had the fortune to cast in a long time. But the Blue Otter League action is not over for the rest of the week. Tomorrow night, we have the Gold League at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You know, I said it on Twitter, you be there or you be square. Gofrino, any final thoughts on really with the amazing gameplay that we saw tonight?
Just a fun time all around. The stomp of the first game would not lead you to believe how this series went. But we did go the mile. And here we are.
Goes to show that every game is winnable if you put your mind to it. The team play of the Sensei squad might be some of the best in the league, but it's still early. We have more weeks to go. That being said, that is it for us for the night. So for myself, Gofrino, Pop-Tart, our amazing producer, thank you so much. For the rest of the Blue Otter League family, thank you for being here with us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow for some Gold League action.
It all sad.